It's a brand new beginning. And I guess that's kind of the problem. I've never been really good at beginning things, just like every other project so far. Welcome to the new channel, and thank you for subscribing to it if you have, and thank you to any new subscribers that come back and watch this video. This is the very beginning of a new road, a new project that I would like to undertake. I know jump cuts kind of irritate people, but for the sake of editing, and because I don't script anything I say, there's going to be a lot of them. I'm really sorry if that doesn't appeal to you, or if it's a style of vlogging that you don't like. I'm going to kind of probably deal with it most of the time. Unless I do a really heavily unedited video, then it'll just be one shot. So a little bit about myself, if you don't know, is that this is a new project that I want to start because I abandoned my old channel. And it's kind of important to me that I do these videos. And I do them mostly for myself as sort of a form of self-therapy. And I'll be continuing to do them. And it's just something that I want to do. And you can join along in the ride with me, or you can kind of ignore it. Doesn't really matter to me. But what does matter is that I make them, and that I stick to this as much as I can. And put as much quality and as much concentration into it as possible. The first project of this new channel is going to be called an experiment in consistency. And what I'm going to do is one video every single day for about, I'm thinking at this point, 100 days. And on day 100, I'll wrap up everything that I've learned from the experience, and I'll put together all the pieces that I found were either the hardest or the most revelating. I don't care what happens on that day, what I'm doing, or where I'm at. I will, at all times, be uploading a video a day. The episodes are not going to follow any sort of theme. There's no catch, there's no characters, there's no scripting. I don't do any of that. I turn the camera on and I talk, just like I am right now. I thought lightly about what I wanted to say in this video, but I didn't script it. And I don't read anything. I don't like writing anything down. I kind of like the natural flow of things more than I like serious writing. It feels a lot less normal. And to me, it's a lot easier to do it this way. But what I'll be doing for the 90 days or 100 days, most likely 100 days, is that I will just sit down for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes a day, most likely probably just 3 to 5, and I'll make a video, and I'll upload it that day. Just bar none, I don't care. I'm going to upload a video every single day. And it'll probably be me talking about how the day was, or what I experienced, or it might be right as I wake up, the first thing in the morning, or right before I go to bed. Or it might be while I'm out somewhere, or it might be at a coffee shop. Wherever I'm at the time and when it's most convenient for me to upload is when I'm going to upload. One thing that you can guarantee is that it will happen every single day. There will be a video a day. And I'm going to try my best to do something interesting in some of the videos because it's just kind of how my mind works. I want to make some weird stuff and do little projects. And I might ask questions that I want you guys to answer, or I might have thoughts, or I might ask you to tell me what to do a video about. But for the most part, I'm not really looking to get a lot of popularity or a lot of context out of these videos. But I do kind of want to document what it looks like to go through this kind of life and this kind of situation that I'm going through right now. And then probably if the amount of footage that I collect isn't too big and it doesn't turn out to be some really ridiculously sized amount of content, I might turn it into one really long video, almost like a documentary. But for the most part, I'm going to be documenting every single day of my life for the next 90 days, or 100. It's thinking 100. I know I've done this 3 times now, saying 90 or 100. And I feel like naturally I'm saying 90, so I think we're going to go from 90. Today would be the 11th of March, and I'm going to try to upload, even though it's really, really late, I'm still going to count this video as the 11th. I think what I can do is make the last video the 11th of 90 days from now, which, May? March? Yeah, no. Whatever. In 90 days, I'm going to do another video at midnight, I guess, or whatever time this is, and I'll just call that the final video. And I'll do a wrap-up of it. But it really is kind of an experiment with myself. The reason why I want to do this is because I'm kind of dealing with a lot of self-image and self-confidence issues. And I know at the very core of it, I'm having a hard time accepting the fact that I can't really stick to anything. I've kind of gotten over the procrastination part where you kind of have something that you need to do and you kind of don't get it done and you kind of fuck off too much. And I've kind of gotten through that by eliminating a lot of distractions in my life. And one of the things I really didn't want to eliminate entirely was, of course, YouTube. And right now I kind of feel like, for my own sanity, I want to make sure that I can pull something like this off. And it's because I don't think I have it in me. I have no confidence in this. I have no confidence in my ability to record and upload a video every single day. And that's what I really need to do. I look forward to, day 56, and I'm just going to be like, I don't feel good. Fucking, bad day today. I don't like people. My hair is, and then like close the camera and just call that a video, and that would be it. And that's what I'm really looking forward to, is the fact that regardless of what I'm going through, or what's happening, or where I'm at, or what happened that day or that morning, I want to upload a video. And I think the reason why I want to do that is because it's kind of like keeping a telejournal, because I have a journal now. I've never kept a journal before. And I want to keep a video journal. Like, I want to video log myself. Because I can look back in the journal and go, fuck, I was having a bad day that day. Or I can watch a video and be lightly reminded of how good or bad that day was. And I really want to be able to look back at the good days and be like, what happened then? If I'm having a really rough day or a bad morning, I want to be able to go back to the day that I know I was having a good day and go, hey, nothing special happened that day, but I was happy. And that's probably going to be a really good bonus to this. But like I said, for the most part, the reason why I want to do it is because I have a lack of consistency. I'm not very good at sticking to projects and sticking things out, For anybody that was following the old channel, I've got an RPG going. And I still do. I still have that. And I still do it. I still make it. It's got a lot less headway, but I didn't plan on having another available version of the game ready until like May. And I did that on purpose to give myself a lot of time to work on it and make sure that what I'm putting out is quality. And I guess part of that is something else that I pride myself in, is not really letting you guys see the things that I don't agree with. I know content's kind of important and quality is kind of important, but with uploading every day, there's going to be some episodes that you're going to watch and go, what the fuck was that? And I look forward to that, because I look forward to just going and then uploading it, and then that doesn't matter, because you guys will watch it anyways. But yeah, we'll see where it goes, because I might get weird ideas. Somewhere in the middle of the episode, it might suddenly be like middle parts of a journey, or I might throw something random in there just to surprise you, but we'll see. And I want to try to involve other people and get other people, to do videos with me or something, but just upload a video a day. I realize it doesn't sound as hard as it, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that hard, but I really do solemnly believe it's going to be hard. I mean, I've had this idea in my head for a week or 2 weeks now, and it's fucking midnight, and now I've decided to make the video. Day one, doing day one's video was it's such a pain in the ass to get myself together, to stand here in front of the camera and do day one. I don't know why, but now I know. Now I'm here. Now I'm doing it. It doesn't matter. It's too late now. I am at this point 100% committed. I have now put myself in the position that tomorrow I have to do a video. After that I have to do a video, and after that I have to do a video. That's how it's got to be. I've officially done this to myself, so I'm accepting it. And yeah, I hope you guys are here for the ride. And I'm going to show it to everybody I can, and if some people or whatever, or you like it or comment it, then you might have some subscribers that might follow you, that will come follow me. But yeah, I mean, it's different. I think I might try to have a message or a moral in some of the videos, just for the importance and the sake of it. But I'll definitely say, like, the day number, semicolon, something about it, and just kind of like something simple, but just maybe be like, a shitty day, good day. Actually, I already have like this really bad idea that I'm going to have bad days. Like, every time I give an example right now, I just keep saying shitty day, bad day. It's because I kind of expect it to be that way. I kind of expect the next few days, or at least the next few months, to be kind of really slow and painful. And hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's nowhere near as bad as I think it's going to be. But maybe it will be. And I know it's going to be a growing experience, but it's definitely something I want to be able to come back and look at. So, that's about all I have to say about it. If you're here, you know what the channel's about. And if you're new, I don't know how the hell you found me, but hey, what's up?
So, I went through and watched every single episode of this. 75 days is what I ended up being able to pull off. This was 6.5 years ago. What you're going to notice is a couple of things went kind of exactly how I thought they were going to go. I predicted a lot of things, and what's really hard to look back on watching these videos, this is really hard to talk about, but what is happening at this time in my life is I'm about 3 years deep into what eventually came out to be a very severe opiate addiction. The first few videos are very succinct, and there's a lot of cared about it a lot. As we get further down into these videos, our second half of hour 2, the quality's gonna drop dramatically. In addition to the quality kind of going out, my mental state starts to just nosedive. I was partly schizophrenic, and dealing with bipolar, but I was taking about 6, or I'm gonna say at about that time. This is the middle of 2013. I was taking about 6 10 milligram Percocets a day. And it became a habit right before these videos to take 2 or 3 of them. So it's rough. It's rough for me to look back at these videos, but I did, and it took me 6 years to do what I said I was gonna do in that video, which was go back and make this feature-length documentary out of it. And I don't regret this project at all. And I needed to immortalize it in this way, if you will. Because this is a period of my life, and it kind of wild, because I remember a lot of this. I remember a lot. This is a 2013, one of the worst years of my life. It was very, very hard. And the depression really, that's when it hit. That was it. 2013. And things were going real bad. And then they went bad for a little while after that. And so I guess, yeah. You'll hear me talk about a lot of things that went on to kind of affect the rest of my life from that point. And now it seems really weird and maybe strange timing to what the hell, right? Why October 6 years later? I'm back in that room. I'm back. I'm back in that room, and not in the same way in the slightest, right? It's fucking way different. It's way different. A lot has changed. I have been sober since September 21st, 2017. Um, Depression and anxiety, those kind of things they're still relevant, but it's wild to kind of look back at that version of me. Um, there are very there are very high ups in this video, and there are very low lows. And I hate to say this, but there are not 75 videos, obviously, but there's a few less. And I need to be upfront about this right now. Okay. Let me hit a couple of things. I was just wrecked on pain medication, and I've changed a lot over the years, and we should celebrate that with most people. That you can visualize and accept the things that you don't necessarily feel anymore, right? I don't know where, like, some of these morals and I really just don't know where a lot of these things come from. But I'm gonna come off some maybe dangerously close, or even just like very openly racially charged things. Um, and it's in hindsight, it's very unfair. It's very presumptuous. It's very rude. But holy hell, I had some opinions, and they were wrong. They're very wrong. This was, this is coming out of high school, and I've got a couple of opinions and things that I was very proud of at that time. A lot of times I look back at this period of my life, and I realize, like, the only thing short of like what had then roughly this time had become basically like the neck beard. I was fucking there, man. I was like, I was watching a lot of anime. I talk about society a lot in a really weird and just bad way, and atheism, some stuff like that. So just be prepared mentally. Just kind of enjoy this if you can. Take away from it what you can. Take away from it the inherent value that I'm trying to get through, which is not that anything I say or went through during this process is important. But if you can remove your judgment for this time and just watch a documentation of a very rapid decline into opiate abuse. I think that is really what this is. So, have fun.
Blah. And like somewhat low memory space, so I'm probably just gonna do this one in one shot. Hey, hello, good morning. Well, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I slept okay. I went to bed really, really late and woke up just now. Well, not just now. Woke up like an hour and a half ago. Uh, so just another quick refill. Probably gonna bring this up like 3 times for the next few days or something. I'm gonna be doing a video every single day. That's if you missed yesterday's and today's. This was just real fast. I'm really tired. And this is kind of a good example of what the rest of the videos are going to be like. There's nothing special going on today. Tomorrow I have band practice. I'm in a band called The Mighty Strange, which you should probably check out. I play the keyboard, but I don't know. And tomorrow I've got band practice, and then probably not going to film that. I filmed it the other week, and you know, it's just too loud to really make out what's going on. The day after that, there's nothing going on, and I will be on a radio show on Friday, which is going to be pretty cool. I'll probably do a video and then make a link directly to the archive, or maybe the link to where the radio show will be. It's an internet radio show. It's a psychic thing, so if you're not really into that, then you might not want to tune in. Really got to approach it with an open mind. Heavily spiritual kind of stuff. Not so much, you know, praise Jesus, but very spiritual as in it's... very much involved in the spirit realm in the world of the dead, I guess is a way to put it. If you want to know more about that, you can email me and ask me what my beliefs are on that and like why I'm on it, you know, going to be on that radio show. I'm still not 100% sure what I want to talk about, which is kind of confusing and really daunting because I've only got until Friday to figure that out, and I need to sit down and try to figure that out today. But yeah, that's probably just my plans for the day. Other than that, I'm not doing anything for this week. But I will be making a video anyways just to talk to you guys and see how things are going. So, yeah, there's nothing happening today at all. I ate breakfast. I had coffee. And it's like fucking 1:30. What? Terrible. So it's day 3 and I'm finding myself already having to remember to do the video. Which is silly, but it's kind of the point of doing the whole project. But I'm okay. I mean, I'm tired, but shit happens. Oh, I really gotta pull it together, though. I have band practice today, and then I really don't think I've got anything going on Thursday. And then Friday, I'm gonna be on a radio show thing. And then Friday night, I'm gonna go to a hockey game, which is gonna be really cool because I've never been to one. So everything's pretty much the same as it was, but I'm already trying to figure out whether or not I can, you know, start to do this right as I wake up or a little bit later. I mean, I woke up earlier today, but I still feel kind of like, oh, I just woke up. So it's kind of getting used to that. I'm keeping a journal, and I wrote in the journal last night, like really late last night. I was listening to a song, and it kind of hit something. So I don't know. I might try to turn that into a poem or a video or something like that. Oh, by the way, on the 20th, my cousin's coming out. And we're probably going to do some really fun video, like a cool idea that we had in mind. So, like a short film or something. But, I don't know. We'll figure that out when it comes time. I don't know whether we're going to do it or not. And it's going to have to, like, it's going to take the cooperation of a couple of people from a different company that's nearby. And I'm not sure. I mean, that's kind of up in the air. So, yeah, for the most part, there's not much more I can say. I mean, I feel like I want to obligate myself to make the videos a little bit longer, but then at the same time, this early in the road, possibly not. Who knows, you know? I mean, I guess this is one of those things that, like, maybe when I get to, like, 60 or 90 videos or so that I look back on it and, like, oh, man, yeah, I remember when I said that maybe I should do them longer or something, you know, at some point I'm doing for, like, the 40-minute videos or something. Also, I'm not limiting myself to 1 video a day. I'm doing a minimum of 1 video a day, but that doesn't mean that I can't just upload something for no reason at the middle of the day. So I've got some other like funny video I want to upload anyway. So just stick with me. For the most part, it's just me watching these anyways. Like I said, I'm only doing this for me, not for you. Your entertainment is a result It's a reaction in which I have no control over. It's not actually the intended purpose. I think it's about time I told you a story. A lot of people like to ask me all the time whether or not I get tired of having the long hair, or whether the afro bothers me, or if it's ever, like, given me trouble. And actually, no. Like, entirely honestly, it's never been a problem. It's been more of a blessing than anything else, which is a little bit random, but I guess some people with long hair will know what I'm talking about. See, on one end, I've donated my hair before. I grew it out to a certain extent, and then I cut it off, and I donated it. And then in that sense, that means that all of that hair, which was healthy because I do take care of it really well, is that all of that hair actually went to somebody who doesn't have hair. It's actually somebody who needs it for whatever reason, cancer and stuff like that. So it was kind of cool to be a part of that because, you know, charitable donations and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna write it off on my taxes. But it was, yeah, that's kind of a cool feeling, you know, knowing that you're able to give to something that you don't have power over, and that other people don't have power over it actually, you know, taking them over. So, but no, one of the other random bonuses, I guess, is it has some sort of weird appeal that I know, of course, is topical and it's generational because it's not gonna be funny very soon. And it won't even be relevant. I can't tell you how many times I've been to a different store or a Rite Aid or a restaurant or anywhere where I can't, you know, walk anywhere near the front of the building without having to hear somebody, LMFAO! Which, of course, if you're one of the more intelligent human beings and you're not very, you know, attached to mainstream media or music, you probably don't know who that is, but it's a stupid fucking band, artist, group, DJ, singer, whatever, that does a lot of the really catchy music. And now, on you know, like I said, on one stage, that to me is perfectly fine because they think I'm famous or trying to look famous or something. On another stage, it's kind of annoying because I don't want to affiliate myself with that image, but that's not really what's been happening. Twice, I've actually been approached in a more pleasant manner with a compliment or a comment, and it's actually drawn attention from women. And it's not just, you know, like some 12-year-old girl comes up, she's like, no. I'm talking about like 20-somethings, 30-somethings who are just kind of the fun. Maybe they're drug users, you know, Victorville's a crazy place, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that confidence boost and that ego boost is kind of like a really refreshing thing. Because I don't know about you guys, you know, but I'm a supermodel. No, I'm not. No, what I'm saying is, I don't know about you guys, but I don't hear compliments very often. And, you know, I can dole them out however much I want, but I don't really get them that often. And getting a comment about my physical appearance is both uplifting and reassuring. Because I have my own self-confidence, you know, and at the same time I have my own self-esteem issues. And, being able to have somebody, and I guess my hair being a part of that is a big deal, but being able to have somebody come up and randomly say something really nice to you and really pleasant is really cool. And I guess part of what I'm trying to say is I would really like to influence you to do that for no reason, because random acts of kindness are kind of a dying thing. Really just compliment somebody for no reason, without it being called for, just as you're walking by, because there's nothing against talking to strangers. You know, we're taught not to do that for the safety of childhood because there's a lot of fucking weirdos in the world. But at the same time, what I mean is talk to strangers, man. Like, walk down the road, and if you see somebody, you know, and they look really nice or whatever, maybe they're wearing something that you like, you just kind of do one of these and then come back and be like, hey, you know what? It looks really good. And walk away. You don't have to have anything happen as a result of it. Just do it because it's a good thing to do. It's part of something that we're losing as a society. And I don't know if it's different in other places, but all I know is for the most part, people don't fucking talk to each other. And that sucks. And I really want to talk more about it. And I'm going to tomorrow. Oh, what fuck, shameless plug. I'm going to be on the radio tomorrow, 9 o'clock my time, so noonish, so maybe fucking like 2 in the morning in the other side of the world. But I want to talk about human nature. I really want to talk about what it is and why society is kind of moving backwards. And why is it that the more popular consensus is that I'm right and that I'm not wrong, but nobody wants to fucking deal with it? I don't know. I don't have control over those kind of things. Nobody does. And it's kind of this one big moment where we all need to become part of the collective consciousness and make a step towards becoming a better group of human beings, because our species relies on us and us alone. Hello everybody, and I'm going to keep this one a little bit short for today. I'm having a wonderful morning. This is probably going to be one of the better days out of the whole project, but this was absolutely a fantastic morning, and tonight is going to be a great night, along with tomorrow is going to be a good day. I am very excited and very pleased with how my radio show went. I was on Air One Radio, which is a psychic and medium radio channel. It's an international, universal, worldwide radio channel, and it is very available to everybody. And there's going to be an archived version of my talk available that I will share on Saturday's video. I'll also have it posted on my Facebook as soon as I get the link, and I'll put it on my Twitter, and I'll put it on everything I've got. And I really do hope that you guys take the time to listen to it, or probably hear it. The talk was about humanity. It was about human nature, and it was about giving. But I do think that I pulled it off as well as I possibly could. I did try to push myself to be as accurate as possible, but I didn't script it. So I did actually free fall the whole project. So I did kind of do as I do right now, where I kind of just talked, but I talked about something that I'm very passionate about. So it really did come naturally to me, and I'm happy about how it came out. So, alright, I'll definitely get in touch with you guys later. That's my phone ringing, but I love everybody. Stay classy! It's a hockey game, and we almost ran into trouble, but we still don't know if there's trouble or not. It's definitely going to turn into a story all of a sudden. Hens, are you mixing fun with cost efficient?
Kinda.
Then never mind.
Yeah, nowhere.
Nowhere, yeah. We gotta go back to Victorville. Face it, I'm not getting paid for this shit. So I was going to film part of the game, the hockey game that I'm at, or something. At least film bits of it. But there's some other dudes with cameras, and they've all got badges, like press badges. So instead of trying to cause trouble, or trying to get the camera in without anybody knowing, or dealing with having to get a badge, I'm just gonna put the camera away for the sake of better interest, and then probably take video or pictures with my phone, and then mix the data. So, see you later.
That's really bright, Samuel.
Kyle, what happened?
We lost
How bad?
1 point in the shootout because our team sucks ass.
Was it worth it?
It was worth it, yes, but losing hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're gonna drink.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna drown it.
We're just gonna drown the pain.
Yeah. Way the fuck up this mountain. Jesus Christ. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the zoom on this fucking camera. I can see cars. That's incredible. That's gotta be, how many fucking miles away? That's insane. I don't know what to say about how the rest of Friday went. Really, really hardcore. Really fucking cool. Tomorrow should be pretty cool too. shit. I want to see that at night. Isn't that the city? Like all the where the city's at?
All city.
Wow.
Dude, one time I came over here. There's a.
Oh wow.
I came over here, and a fucking hawk came and landed right here, looked at me, and flew away. I started bawling.
I want to go there. Really bad.
Right to the top.
Yeah. Like I said, there's probably animals and shit, but I don't want to fight any bears.
I don't give a fuck. I'll shoot him. My grandpa's got him.
This is what it's like to live in the clouds. It's really amazing. We're really high up. Look at this. It's like that's where the top of the house is at. We're basically, I'm looking straight ahead, right? Basically, that's where we are in terms of like position on the mountain. And that means this area is like 4,500 feet up. It's like 1,000 feet more than what I'm used to. It feels amazing. The breeze up here is just phenomenal. Everything about being up here is incredible. So, I wouldn't live up here. It's way too far away from civilization, but it's definitely something else. It's really cool up here. It's really, really, really cool. I breathe a lot better up here too. So, but I'm going to be uploading this the day that I'm actually home. So, it's not Saturday. Today is Saturday. But I'll be uploading this for Sunday, or at least on Sunday, in addition to anything else that I actually videotape. But it's definitely got this cool, eerie feel to it, you know? So, okay. I'm done showing off. Talk to you guys later. Hey everybody, it's the first video at home in a while, so hey, woo, or whatever, so. Anyways, I just wanted to do a little recap. I'm finally home from the mountains. It's Monday morning. I'm feeling really refreshed. No, I'm actually lying to you. I feel like crap. I'm really tired. I'm exhausted, out of energy. I've been doing all kinds of cool, fun stuff over the last few weeks. So this week's going to be really awesome. To look at this week differently than any other week, it would be that I'm not real sure when band practice is going to be. That's probably going to be this week some point. It's Mondays, so probably Tuesday and Thursday, which is what our normal days are, but it could be like Tuesday and Wednesday. Next up would be Wednesday. Wednesday, my cousin's coming out. That's going to be a blast, and I can't wait for him to get here. And then after Wednesday goes by, it'll be probably the second day of band practice. That's if we don't try to figure out a different day that works. And then Friday, I don't really have anything going on this Friday. Or this weekend in general, so probably just kind of hanging out, kicking back, spending time with my dad. with the family and stuff like that. So it's really, I mean, it's gonna be a cool week. It's gonna be a slow weekend, which I'm looking forward to. Last weekend on Saturday, I mean, maybe this is irrelevant to most people, but last weekend on Saturday, Toonami had its birthday, which is really cool because Toonami was a cartoon syndication that used to happen on Cartoon Network way, way, way long ago. So I think it started in 1998, and then it kept going up into 2007. And then what happened was the funding dropped and the target audience of Cartoon Network really plummeted. I mean, and even the people who run Toonami now know that, and they make that comment. Like the stuff on Cartoon Network now is weird. But Adult Swim, which is on after 9 o'clock on Cartoon Network, is mostly syndicated Fox shows. King of the Hill, Family Guy, American Dad, Robot Chicken, shit like that. So what's really cool is that now on Saturdays after 12 o'clock, so at midnight on Saturday up into 6 in the morning, which is, you know, if you're a night owl, Saturday is really a bullshit day anyways, so you have time to watch cartoons. Anyway, so Toonami's got mostly anime right now, and they told us that they don't really intend to keep it as anime, so I mean, maybe if you're not into anime, then you don't have to watch it, but Adult Swim's going to be airing Toonami for the next extended period of time. But Toonami was started up again on Adult Swim last year. Yeah, Saturday, you know, this last Saturday, so the 16th of March last year, and they just had their birthday, which was really cool, so I got to celebrate the birthday of Toonami while I was up in the mountains. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there's not a whole lot going on. I'm looking forward to Saturday. Every Saturday during Toonami at midnight, East Coast time, America, I do a thread on Reddit so that people can talk about the shows that are going on while they're going on, and then you can get on there and discuss with people. And it was a really successful one last week, and I really look forward to this week. I look forward to them every week because it's kind of a cool, relaxing moment. There's not really a whole lot else going on. I mean, other than that, and music and stuff like that. So things are cool at home. I have the archived audio file from my radio interview, and I'm trying to figure out a way maybe I can take just the part where I talked and put it in a video. It's going to be a long video, but I might put it into a video with some sort of, I don't know. I'm still going to figure it out, but I'll probably put a link to it here, but it's a little hard to navigate their website. It's kind of confusing, and it's really not everybody's thing. So I'll definitely try to figure out how I'm going to do it. But that'll probably be this week sometime. So, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is day 8. I'm feeling great about it. The week's been going pretty good the last week or so. So this daily vlog thing is really cool. I'm looking to like reach out to some new people. I want to meet other vloggers that are doing this every day, because now that I'm doing this, I kind of know how much of a pain in the ass it is and how demoralizing it can get, you know, after a little while, not knowing what you're going to talk about, or like forcing yourself to do videos sometimes. But that's kind of the point, is I have to be able to force myself to do this. And when people are like, don't do anything you don't feel like doing. Well, you know, to be entirely honest, I don't feel like doing a lot of things, but I feel like doing this. I just have to force myself to do it sometimes because it's part of the process. If I don't do it, I'm going to feel horrible. So, yeah, I've talked long enough. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace. Whoa, man, it's been one of those days. I've been busy since I woke up. I kind of hung out with my with my mom this morning, and then my sister a little bit. I slept in a little bit later than I want to do, but I've been busy helping a friend of mine. I went and bought some medicine that my mom needed, and then I fixed somebody's computer. I mean, I kind of took the day off, but I mean, I've been busy to an extent. I thought I was going to have band practice today, but like that kind of fell apart. Story for another time. But holy crap, I almost missed today's video. So, tomorrow is, okay, there we go. So Wednesday's, finally almost here. I've been waiting for Wednesday to get here for like 3 weeks. My cousin Greg is coming. He's coming over for the day, and we're going to have a blast. I mean, it really doesn't matter what we do. I mean, we're probably not going to do very much, but the fact of the matter is, we're going to hang out, and I enjoy his company a lot. It's the guy that I went to go see in the Redlands on my other channel. Let's see, what else? There's not really much else going on. I mean, that's why these videos are so short, but it's like 10. So, for me,
it is still Tuesday. So, as a result, I don't care. I still made today. I just sat down on the computer, looked at the wire hanging off, and went, oh my god, I almost forgot today's video. So, I met some new cool people on the YouTubes, which some new vloggers and stuff, which is cool because I kind of did that with McBeezy when I had made it. I made an effort to go find other gamers and other people who were doing game commentary or doing stuff like that, and kind of not really Let's Plays so much as they were like playing a game and they were kind of talking over it, and they would kind of do stuff like that, which is cool, which is fun. If I had an option to do anything else, it would be that, but I still want to do like the vlog a day, like I said. No, nothing's really strange. I have like an episode I want to do, like a long speech. Kind of like my old motivational videos, and I guess I want to call that a vlog. But maybe not. I might just call it, day 11 or whatever, and then the title of the rant. But I don't know. I'm trying to still work on that. I'm gonna watch my normal YouTube shows right now, which is probably about an hour. I mean, it's kind of cool. I guess my favorite thing about YouTube is that I didn't really watch a lot of TV, especially not this time of night. So I like to catch like my subs. I like to go on and watch everybody who I'm subscribed to. I go in through and I watch their videos. And not a whole lot of people do that. I mean, I know some people pay attention to specific people, Sean Dawson or whatever. But I like to go through and watch like everybody who I'm subscribed to. And I kind of make the effort not to subscribe to a whole bunch of people, but like 10 or 20. And then I go through and I watch whatever they posted that day, just because I am genuinely interested. I mean, if I sub to you, it's because I do find you interesting in some way. And so, I mean, it's kind of cool. I go through and watch everybody. And I've got my core ones, which is like Rooster Teeth and Game Grumps. But I know, haha, I'm one of those people, but it doesn't matter. I still like those. Those are my source of entertainment. So that's going to be my night from here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it now because it's at 4 minutes. And I think that works for today. Totally missed it. So peace.
Honestly, if we could just like stop talking about things and find something to talk about, put on a camera and fucking talk about it.
Okay, so it makes sense that we've ran out of things to talk about, because now we can do the vlog about not having anything to talk about. and we can talk about not having things to talk about, which in its way, in its own, it's ironic.
Well, here's the thing though. What if we say what we can say about not talking about anything and not having anything to talk about? Then we legitimately can't say a goddamn thing. Did that make any fucking sense at all?
So the initial goal, the initial plan, was to do a video, but since nobody in town wants to be friends, we lost our idea, and then all my other ideas just kind of went to hell. So we've just been dicking around.
If we would just shut our goddamn mouths, we could actually fucking do something.
But I mean, yeah, and the camera was dead, or else it would have been worth having it on us for a lot of what we just talked about at the mall. But
yeah, there was a lot of good stuff. So.
But it really it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as I get 3 to 4 minutes of rambling, it still counts.
What the fuck are we gonna do? You don't know our dilemma. We've talked about everything. You really don't know. We kept telling each other like, oh yeah, we're gonna let's talk about something. We can talk about something and discuss something. And we already fucking talked about like everything at once. Yeah. Fucking camera being dead.
I have to remember more often to charge my camera. Yesterday I made things kind of hard. Today it's not that bad. Just checking out the VG facts and stuff today. I cleaned the garage a little bit, and I'm just kind of hanging out. I mean, it's been a slow day. Wrote a new song. That's what I wanted to talk about. So I'm not in the band anymore. I was in an alternative rock band, or I guess apparently was trying out to be in an alternative rock band, and after a little bit of stress and drama
over the last few weeks or so, it just kind of boiled over to the point where I don't want to deal with it anymore. So now, as a result, I've kind of quit. I called the guitarist, which is basically the guy who led the whole thing, and I told him I was done. I went ahead and kind of called myself out of it, and he said, thanks for all your help, thanks for being there, and stuff like that. So, there's no hard feelings. I'm sorry, hold on. Anyways, there's no hard feelings. There never will be. I'm gonna miss it. I was really enjoying the band. I was enjoying that time that we got to spend together. But so I'm looking to play something, man. I mean, I'm bored. I'm bored as sin, and now I've got a whole hell of a lot of free time. And outside of the vlogging, I don't really have any other projects. And I have a gaming channel that I'm really kind of not using, and I'm not gonna plug it here. But I'm looking for something to do. Like, I want to do something fun. I've been meeting a lot of really cool people, man. The vlogging stuff, I've been kind of reaching out to some new folks, and I've seen kind of where it's gone. They're meeting my friends, I'm meeting their friends, that kind of a thing, and new subscribers. One guy who, and I'm going to get his name right, so hold on, give me a second. Make sure. This is a cool guy. This is a really cool guy. Oh, I'm on the wrong account. I'm sorry, this is going to take a second. There it is. Okay, Michael B, the Game Genie, which is Michael, capital B, the Game Genie. This guy's cool. All right, so he's doing what I wish I could do, which this guy's got like the supreme collection of classic games from a bunch of different eras. And he does, game reviews and all kinds of awesome shit. I mean, this guy, hey, he's getting there. He's at like 1,000 subscribers, which is cool. But like for me, I feel like I just might have latched on and found some guy who's going to be really big and awesome soon. So I really enjoy his content already. I really enjoy his game reviews, and I'm very jealous of him. But definitely go check the guy out. I'm gonna put his name in the description. I mean, if you're into that, if you're into game reviews and stuff like that, but definitely go check this dude out because he's awesome. I really like his videos. I really like his channel. I like his presentation. I like his editing. I like all that kind of stuff. So it's really good. The video that he just did, which I'm really glad that other people played this game, which was the Shadow of the Empire, which is a Star Wars game. It was on the Nintendo 64. And I remember playing it, and I remember never actually beating it. I mean, back in the day, dude, I never actually could beat games. It took me 9 years to beat Donkey Kong Country 2. So I never actually beat Shadow of the Republic. Or Shadows of the Empire. I called it Shadows of the Republic. Yeah, because nobody... I never really actually beat that game. And I look back on it, and I'm like, man, I really wish I had a Nintendo 64. And I really wish I had that stuff. But I love game reviews, man. I love stuff like that. So I wish I could do that. I wish I could like make videos like that again. And I might do it on the gaming channel. And I might do Let's Plays or commentations and stuff like that. But I don't know. Who knows where that's going to go. So, alright, that's like 4.5 minutes. So, good enough for me. I'll talk to you guys later. Probably do some new cool stuff here in the future. But the next coming week should be pretty interesting. My whole schedule just cleared up, unfortunately.
We're expecting an earth-shattering kaboom.
It's a terrible face to make. So, a couple of little tiny updates would be cool. And there's a guy who I've been connected to on YouTube for a little bit. I don't want to spoil it because it's going to be kind of cool. So he wants to do a collaborative vlog through Skype. And this guy's really cool. Once again, after we do it, though, I'll definitely put his information in the comment box thingy. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be kind of cool. Like, I want to kind of think of it kind of as a podcast. For me, at least. I know he does his own podcast. Actually, that's the coolest thing about this guy.
He's got a lot of different projects. He's got his own website. He's got his own podcast thing that he does. He's got a lot of really interesting shows. I really like. I watched one of his videos last night and learned more about what was going on than I had learned from Reddit in a week. And I know like that's got to be like a small compliment to this dude. I wasn't gonna spoil it, but I'm gonna spoil it. Anyways, his name is Andrew Bird, AndrewByrd, and he's got this thing called Talk Geek, which, like I said, in that one video I had learned a bunch about him. I'm not paying attention to the screen. I'm sorry. Anyways, he's a really cool guy, and we've been kind of talking back and forth, a really small amount through the inbox. But he's been watching my vlogs, and he has awesome things to say, and I have awesome things to say about him because I do enjoy his vlogs too. I enjoy all of his videos actually. It's really cool because when I seriously believe that when you reach out and you use the search function, and you find people who are doing videos that are coming up on the daily, that you'll find some really interesting people. And I mean, I look at guys like Mike B, right? Mike B is a badass. And he puts in, I'm looking at it thinking it's got to be at least 2 to 3 hours of editing. And that's not counting all the time that he takes to film. And I know what it feels like to film that long and to edit that hard and then have nothing come up. Well, this dude's really getting his returns in. You know what I mean? Some people are really watching his stuff and people are really enjoying him. And I think he's got some pretty adamant followers, which is really cool. But I look at that and I think, how come I don't know who he is? Like, how come I didn't know who Michael B. the Game Genie was until I looked for him? And it's not because of his promotions. It has nothing to do with how good he promotes. It has to do with the fact that there's somebody out there who's better than most of the people I've seen, who's being completely overlooked by a lot of people. You know, if people enjoyed JonTron and then other game reviews, then they should really check this guy out because he does really similar things that are in his own way unique and original, but also incredibly entertaining. But they won't because they've got their one little fix of who they want and they don't really reach out to find other people. And that sucks. It's a bummer, but I wish him the best along with Andrew Bird. These are new people. And really I'm telling this I've got a group of people who followed me to this channel from my old channel, you know, and they know that I'm really one for connecting communities and getting people to meet each other. So, and I'm kind of I'm addicted to doing little spotlight stuff. So, you know, I used to do it, so it doesn't matter. So, but anyways, all right, that's for today. I'm going to play some, I guess I have an announcement to make. I never beat Assassin's Creed 3. So today, I'm going to play it. I know. I've owned it all this time, and I still haven't beaten it. Yep. I don't know. I'm going to go to rehab. I'm going to be checked out. I have a procrastination addiction. And I've abused Assassin's Creed. I mean, how can I even slap? What? Okay, guys, as much as I'm not known for doing it, it's time to be a little bit serious. There's something going on in my city very soon. I say very soon, I guess it's only because what's about to happen is happening in 2 weeks. So I'm going to be doing a really long video and a really over-serious video, and I guess you might actually say it's like armchair activism kind of video. So what's happening is, so my disclaimer for this is that I'm not racist in any way at all. I mean, I've poked fun humor to some of my friends once in a while that are, you know, black or Mexican or whatever, but I'm not racist. I mean, I'm too many races to be racist. So, the situation that's going on right now is that there is a bridge. And it's a bridge that's being built on the road which I grew up on. It's really close to me. It's a really important road that has a lot of, you know, directional, like, I don't know. It's right where it needs to be, and it's also a pretty big deal. So, the situation is that they want to name. Okay, so I'll specify what's happening is a group of anonymous or unknown individuals. It's not anonymous like you're thinking of. A group, an unspecified group, has implored that we should name the bridge. And a lot of different names were apparently brought up, but I guess the one that they're trying to stick with right now is Martin Luther King Jr. Now, let me give you a small amount of history about my city. It's small, I'm going to try to keep it short. The city was created in the 1800s, and in 1920 or something like that, Route 66 went through it. It's 48% white, 46% Latino, and a mixed bag of shit for everything else. I mean, it's like every other race, right? We're a pretty big melting pot, I mean, in terms of people who are here, but I wouldn't say that any group is specifically dominant or predominant because there's just too many of us. I mean, the city's too big. It's not like it stands out like that. So, the fact of the matter is, a lot of really important people came out of Victorville. A couple of, stars and things like that, and people who have affected the high desert or affected Victorville in itself. And on top of that, there's a lot of really important white or Latino people who have made equal movements in terms of civil rights. And I know Martin Luther King did an amazing thing, and I'm not trying to discredit what he did in any way, but what I'm saying is there's a shitload of Martin Luther King memorials in California, and this one would be a really empty gesture. I mean, mostly nobody would know it exists. You'd be on your way from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, you would make your way through my town, you'd go, whoa, did that just say Martin Luther King? Some go, I don't know what the fuck backwater hick town we just drove through, but it said Martin Luther King. Nobody wants to come to Victorville, let alone nobody wants to credit Victorville for fucking doing something for Dr. King. It's an empty gesture, and it's going to cost us a lot of money, millions of dollars for us to name the bridge. So I'm going to be doing a video first, and then I'm going to do a presentation and a speech at the Victorville City Chamber of Commerce meeting, or the City Council Chamber meeting, on April 2nd. So I would like to talk a little bit at length about it in every vlog for the next few days. Probably leading all the way up into the meeting, and then do one wrap-up video after the meeting is over. But within the next few days, expect that I'll have a video, a really serious video, and a really heavily edited video coming up pretty soon about where the bridge is at and who I am and stuff like that. But this isn't going to affect the daily vlogs. If anything, the vlogs are going to help me cool down because it's bothering me a lot. And it is something that I passionately believe in. So, wish me luck. It's kind of starting a rally too. Like, a lot of the people in my town are backing me up. And I'm probably going to end up in the newspaper about it. So, just keep your ears and eyes open and hope that everything works out for me. But like I said, I'll speak at length about it pretty soon. But right now it's not the time. So, thanks. Later. In the course of this experiment, I've made 2 developments. One of them is one really bad habit, which is not charging the camera. The other habit that I've really kind of made is accidentally waiting until the very last minute to film. So there's really not a lot going on today. There wasn't a lot going on yesterday either, and that's why that today and yesterday were so slow. Anyways, I don't have a whole hell of a lot to talk about. I might have just baked the graphics card on my computer, which is just angering. And hopefully it wasn't that, and hopefully it was the hard drive just, freezing up, which I know it doesn't sound good, but if there's one thing that you want to blow up, if you have 2 things that are probably blowing up, your hard drive's a little less of a problem than the graphics card. So I don't know. I don't know what just happened. I don't know why it happened, but hopefully it doesn't happen when I'm in the middle of something important. But always remember to save your work. Get in the habit of holding control and hitting S randomly while working on things. And yeah, I'm really irritated by what just happened. So I don't have much to talk about. I'll talk more about the bridge at length, I guess, tomorrow. I was going to film the video today, but today's just been one of those days. Off day or down day, I guess, doesn't really explain it enough. But hey, there's going to be a bunch of these. So peace for now, and happy fucking Sunday.
You know, some people have the tendency to say the saying that, boy, it's been one of those days. Man, like, the risk of it sounding really cliche, it's been one of those weeks. It has not been easy. I struggle with clinical depression, and it's a fight every day. And on top of that, I have bipolar disorder, and I can't really control or know when I have episodes or not, which are like minor manias, like episodes of mania, and that kind of goes with the depression in a really bad way. So some days I'll be sitting just alone in my room, or even in a room with other people in it, and I'll think a whole lot about just life in general. And there's little things that can kind of tick, and kind of set you off and make it feel like you're going downhill. And for like a week and a half, I've been feeling like I've been going downhill pretty steadily. And it's hard to try to tell yourself that it will start to go back uphill again. Because when depression hits, you can't turn it off. You can't stop being depressed. And I know some people see it often. Some people online will say stuff like, I just decided to stop being depressed. 7th grade was hard, or something. And that person was never actually clinically diagnosed. A therapist never said, you've got childhood trauma you need to deal with. They didn't spend $500 seeing a doctor, you know. So to expect that anybody who's been sad for a day knows what it's like to be depressed probably really doesn't understand. When people try to offer to help me all the time, it's not that I don't trust you. And it's not that I don't respect that you want to help me. It's the fact that you can't help me. It doesn't matter. And it's because I can't help me. And if I can't help me, if I don't know what it is that I need, then you don't. And I don't care what you have to say. And I say you as in a really general sense. You as in anybody. And it's not a refusal to receive help. You don't have the training to be prepared to deal with what I have going on. Everything I did, you would suddenly become overly involved in my life. And you would know way more than you need to know. And that's not where you want to be. Anybody who's my friend does not want to be there and worry about me. Worrying about me is the worst idea, because then you become overwhelmingly involved in a never-ending downward ramp. It's not getting better. It's not going to get better no matter how much you try to help me. So it doesn't matter. But when I'm in these places, I can't climb out. But I don't know. I'm working on distracting myself to not stomach everything that's going on. And because of that, I'm having a lot of trouble moving on. So this is definitely one of those days. And
I've felt pretty much lifeless most of today. I feel like there's so much more that I want to say. You know? I feel like there's a hell of a lot more that I want to say that I can't think of. I don't know what to say. I really don't. Sorry. So, thanks. When it's really late at night and I'm tired and I'm just trying to move around quietly, I walk around on the balls of my feet, and it's kind of like tiptoeing, but it's got more of this Pink Panther look to it. Does that make me gay? If I believe in equality within man, and that everything should be counted equally, and fairness is the most important part of the political system, does that make me liberal? I believe that all people should be able to have the ability to be married. And I don't think that some drugs are classified as drugs because they're dangerous, but I think it's a sense of control. Does that make me a Democrat? I think that sometimes people play into stereotypes because they aren't taught not to, and that understanding what the future is and what it holds for them, and social society doesn't really support certain types of actions and things like that. And does that make me racist? I like to go outside and talk to strangers, and I really like to meet new people, along with like going out places that are public and getting a little bit more involved with my community. But does that make me an extrovert? Because in reality, I feel so much more comfortable at home in my room sitting on my chair and looking at my computer screen, because wouldn't that make me an introvert? And since I almost virtually don't have an existing sex drive, since I don't really find myself intensely physically attracted to the woman who I find in any way attractive, and yet physically I am not altered and I am not drawn to them with some sort of animal magnetism, but does that make me less of a man? I used to do a lot of drugs, and I drink sometimes with my friends, and I'm sort of the car guy. I can really fix my own car. I can build things. I'm pretty smart with things that have to do with computers, but I'm also really smart with books. But at the same time, I'm a really smooth talker, and I'm kind of a charmer when it comes time to be that way. And I really would lay down the line to do anything I could for any woman to make sure that she's happy. But does that make me a manly man? I know how to tear apart a computer and rebuild it completely from scratch, and I know how to take your computer back to factory settings, and I know how to make it 3 times as fast without you knowing how I did it. I know what the differences between a 64-bit processor and a 32-bit processor is, and I understand the limits of 32-bit processing. I also understand the different speeds and classifications of random access memory and all kinds of other random computer shit. But does that actually make me a nerd, though? At the same time, I like to play video games, and I found myself really easily adaptable to card games, and I really enjoy board games with certain friends of mine. And I used to role play a lot when I was younger, and now that I'm a little bit older, that role playing ended up turning into a job. But does that make me a geek? I've been used mentally and sexually by a woman. But does that make me a victim? Told a very bad lie to a girl once to get her to date me, but does that make me a monster? I'm willing to stand up and fight for something that's very important to me, and something that I'm ambitious and very inspired to withstand. It's something that's very important to me, and I like to pursue things like passion, but for one, I want to fight for what I believe in. Does that make me an activist? We probably don't believe in the same God. Now, I may or may not believe in a God, and I might not go to church, but I might be one of the happiest and most spiritual people. I might be the most kind and most friendly person you've ever met, with the strongest moral ground and one of the most viable and flexible personalities, along with easily adapting to the people around me and the most accepting of religious and spiritual beliefs. But does that make me a heathen? Classifications are a real shit thing, and the most important part to remember about it is they didn't exist until man created them. So whatever you do, don't let anybody tell you what you are.
And don't ever let your actions define who other people think you are. Just remember at the very core of it, at the very beginning of all of it, before any of those names were muttered, before any of those titles were slapped on, before any of those bad things were said to you, that you were a human. And on the very bottom level of it, we're all exactly the same.
Hey everybody, I'm doing a video really late tonight, and I'm also using my webcam, which is a lot different, and I know you can hear the sound of my really loud-ass computer, because you're really close to it. But I'm using my webcam because just not using the camera right now, and who knows, I might leave this connected, that way I can do this more often if I have to. But I just want to let you know that there's not a lot going on right now. Today, I helped my dad with an oil change. I saw a couple of old friends. Did a little bit of work around the house, but I was having, my morning was kind of rough. I was not invited to breakfast, family breakfast this morning, and that kind of sucked, because that was really kind of a downer, sort of a thing. Like, I woke up a little bit late, about 9:45, 9:50, and nobody was here. And I walked around the house, and I was really confused, and then about 11 o'clock came around, and everybody comes home, and they're all jolly, and I'm like, hey, what's going on, everybody? And they go, oh, man, oh, well, we brought you some of these, like, potatoes and this, and I'm like, okay, where'd everybody go? Oh, we went to breakfast. Fuck. That's a bummer. It's a drag, because I would have really liked to go to breakfast. I would have liked to go to a family breakfast. I mean, I eat like once a day. So if I was able to wake up early, like they did, and go to breakfast, then I would have ate twice. But it was okay. I just kind of drowned it out with a lot of caffeine and waited for the day to be over. So the day's technically over. Tomorrow might be a really long day. I guess that really just depends on how things go from this point. But I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, in this position, I don't know what to say, because it's been a pretty ugly patch. You know, this shit happens. Everybody goes through a period of time in which everything's just kind of like the world's falling down around them, kind of shit. So, I don't know what else to say. So, hey, it's 2.5 minutes, but whatever. Yeah. So, peace, because the fucking quality of the videos are going down a lot, but that's expected. I'll probably do a better one later, but I don't know what else to do.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I thought I'd make a really quick video since I missed a video yesterday. I didn't put together a video yesterday because I was really busy, and today I'm going to do a short video because, hey, what the fuck? You're right, you know. I went to a Friday Night Magic last night, which was really amazing, which what that is a Magic the Gathering and board games and, like, fun stuff, little get-together for a bunch of other nerds in town. Somebody on Reddit hit me up and told me about it, and he said that he was in town, so I drove down to where he was to go play, and we had an awesome time. So I'm probably going to go do that every other Friday, if not every Friday, and then go to a pre-release and get back into Magic the Gathering, because that game was great. A couple of things that I want to do differently very soon is I'm finishing up an orchestrated album using strictly Fruity Loops, which is new, you know, which is different for me, which I don't, so I'm going to do that. That's pretty fun. I plan on starting work on the RPG again, which would be really cool. And then tomorrow, probably, I'm going to do a long video that explains what's going on with the bridge thing, because that's in 3 days. On April 2nd, I'm going to go and talk in front of the council, and I'm nervous as tits. I mean, I'm really, 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 really scared about it, but we'll see how it goes. Other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot else that's going on. I got ideas, thinking about a podcast. I don't know. It's a little bit of a reach, but we'll see how it goes. This is pretty close to a podcast, but I'd really like to do just something fun and most likely comedy, like slash, like, I don't know, general life goodness or something. Fuck, I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass to fill time. So I'm going to keep talking a little bit here for a few seconds because I feel like a 2-minute video is roughly what I like to do. There's a whole lot of different things that are going on that I might be able to explain a little bit later. Stay classy. Hey, what's going on? I got a remarkable amount of sleep today. I ended up going to sleep at like 9 o'clock last night, which is a drag because Saturday is my Toonami night. I missed Toonami for the first time ever. And, so, that sucks. I don't want to get into that habit because that would suck. Yeah, sleeping right at the right time. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not get into that. Yeah. Woke up at like 5 in the morning. Anyways, made a couple of plans with some friends for next week. That should be pretty fun. Maybe, as long as everything goes through correctly. I gotta wash my suit because my meeting for the bridge is on Tuesday. I'm really nervous about that. But really, I'm not gonna sit there and try to say naming it after MLK is wrong or anything like that. For the most part, I just don't want them to spend the millions of dollars it's going to cost to change the name. All the paperwork and all the signs and all the naming and all the stuff you got to go through with Caltrans and all that stuff. I don't want any of that to go on. I don't want to deal with that. So, my proposal for the resolution of the bridge basically be to either not name it or name it after somebody from up here in the desert. So, there's no point in naming it after MLK. Other than that, today's been really slow. It's Easter. My mom really likes Easter, but Easter's not my day. Tomorrow, unfortunately, is April Fool's Day. Fuck that holiday, alright? I really can't even begin to express my utter distaste for that holiday. Like, I cannot stand April Fool's Day. I've had a lot of stupid, unfunny shit happen on April Fool's Day. I've had a lot of... I'm somebody, I was just having this conversation too. I'm somebody who, physical comedy's fine, you know? If I walk out front, as long as I don't have anything expensive in my hands or something like that, if I walk out front and you hit me with a bucket of water, I'm gonna laugh. Oh, dude, you're a dick. If you call me and tell me something fucked up, or you text me, or you email me, or you say something, you send me something, don't pick a different target, because I don't like that. I don't like the fake tragedy, the fake terror shit. Because anytime that you're doing a prank that has nothing to do with being physical, it's always got to be something horrifying, or something tragic. It's never like, dude, you here's money. Like, I found all this money and it's yours, and I got you a job. Come on, it's always like somebody died or there was an accident, and it's not okay. It's not funny. And I deal with those kind of common tragedies every day, so I don't feel like dealing with that kind of stress and that kind of drama just because you thought it would be funny. Happy Easter. Man, my last 2 days have been really, really, really hectic. And tomorrow is going to be pretty out of control. I'm going to put out kind of an all call, I guess, for support for people who live in town, people who are nearby that can help with support, just to kind of be there. But tomorrow I go before the city council and I speak on behalf of the city that opposes the changing of the Nisqually Overbridge to Martin Luther King. And if this is news to you, what it is there's a new bridge that's going up, and it's been in the works for... It's been planning for like 3 years, and it's been in the process of being built for the last 2 years. It's about to be done, And out of nowhere, in the newspaper, it was showed that there was a group, an unnamed, unorganized group, that proposed to name the bridge, which costs a lot of money. I mean, there's a lot of money that has to go into naming bridges, kind of like adopting a highway, things like that. And a lot of money is going to go into naming the bridge. And the city doesn't have that money. Anyways, we don't have the money. And the city has no business trying to rename the bridge. So a bunch of names were proposed for possibly naming the bridge. And one of the resolutions that was created by our city manager was to name it Martin Luther King, which I know it has nothing to do with his choice, but his proposal to resolve the naming issue was to name it MLK. My proposal for the renaming issue is to not rename the bridge and leave it the way it is. And I'm hoping that I can go and fight for that to happen. And I'm hoping that it works. That's tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the City Council Chamber meeting. So, that's last 2 days leading up to that. They've really been pretty intense. So, we'll see. Today is April 2nd, 2013. This will, from this day forward, go down as an important part of my history and an important part of the history of the city of Victorville and the High Desert. In about 3 hours, I'll be getting my things together and making my way to the City Council chambers so I can take part in a meeting. I'll be presenting an argument and a speech to work against a proposal to name a nearby bridge after Martin Luther King. My proposal and my argument is not that Mr. King is not worthy or deserving of the honoring of the bridge, but it has no point and no place in this city. And I've already made my argument on my Facebook page, and I don't need to repeat it in this video. The importance of today is that I actually am able to get this done, and I need a lot of people in this city to try and help me. It means a lot to me to be able to try to pull this off, and it'll mean a lot more if people can be there to support me. But I don't know how many people are actually going to show up. This is something that is so beyond bigger than me that it's hard for me to swallow. I've never taken part in something of this magnitude, and I was not made to do it. I had no reason to do it, and I really had no drive, and if I had the option, I wouldn't have told anybody, but I've made it very important to point out that this is what I'm doing. It has nothing to do with what I needed recognition for doing it, and I'm very humble about this situation, and whether or not I win or I lose, it doesn't matter. The fact is I stood up to try to handle it. I am probably going to make more enemies than I'm going to make allies in this situation. This is such a big problem with how society works that it scares me. I'm not meaning to make inequality or create some sort of racist segregation or some mundane morale defunct situation. That's not what my goal is here. My goal is to do something that I believe in, and it's for me to stand up against people who are making actions that are otherwise unopposed. I've been looking forward to this day for a few weeks, and it's gotten to the point now that I'm doing it, and I'm scared shitless. But that's what's important. I like to pursue things that scare me, and I like to take on things that I think that are a lot bigger than me, because if you play with your limits, that's how you know you're growing. Getting shut down and being rejected is very important, because if you don't, then you're dealing with things that are safe to you. These aren't my words. I'm remixing something that Zay Frank said that I took to heart because it was very important. I find now that more than ever, I'm driven to handle this, and it's not because it's some sort of pseudo-activism, because I feel like it might be one of the last things that I do before I take on the next steps towards becoming my own person and an adult. I'm only 20 years old. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm older than anybody else or, that I'm more experienced, because I'm not. I don't even have a job right now. But if I can handle these little tiny important personal things, then I can kind of finally make my way to go handle other stuff and get a job and move out and do stuff like that. So after this, I'm really only going to be doing small amounts of things. I'm going to be looking for work a lot. I'm still going to do the videos, but I'm going to be looking for work like every day. I'm going to be trying to get a job as much as I can. But I'm not going to be making any other plans. I'm not going to make any new commitments or any new dedications, not until I get the job. Not until after the job, I won't make any decisions. I won't go to parties. I won't go make plans to go do things I won't get in a band or do any of those kind of things because none of that shit worked. And it's about time that I make the responsible choice and move on and do the next thing that's part of my adulthood. This is an important stepping stone, and it's a milestone to me. It'll go down not only as the time that I stepped up and tried to handle something for my city and the community in which I've been a part of for 20 years, but it'll also be the last thing that I did as the entry level and the beginning of a much brighter and grander thing. Who knows what kind of connections or what kind of friends I'm going to make as a result of this, but I do know that I'm going to make a lot of people who are very, very angry. I don't mean to be racist, and I don't mean to be fucked up about it, but that's how it's going. It is what it is, and we'll see how far society is. Reverse racism is a lot worse than normal racism. Because the only person in a room that's racist is the person who said that everyone in this room but me is. One shot. No video yesterday because I was busy in recovery mode from Wednesday. Then from Tuesday. I spent most of yesterday kind of kicking back and relaxing, chillaxing all cool. Playing some b-ball outside of the school. But I was really trying to take a day to collect my thoughts because I was very, very, very upset about how the meeting went with the bridge. Not because the result wasn't what I was looking for, but it was because I kind of got to see a lot of the scum of the city and how they react and the, people's desperate attempt to be known. I think I heard the lines, I want people to know this city, or this city should be known for this, or our chance to be known. And I mean, if you want to be known and you want to be in a famous city, or you want somebody to know anything good about your city, then move, because Victorville is not that place. Victorville is not Hollywood. It's not Los Angeles. And a lot of these people came from Los Angeles, and they realized how bum-ass broke down this town is. And they're like, oh, well, maybe, people won't just stop here to buy gas and get food, and it's, why? Well, fuck that. Please stay out. This is not a good place to be, and you don't want to be here. We have enough people here as it is. So I'm not for more people coming here, and let alone I'm not for trying to, they tried to say that we're diverse, and we're unified, and we want people to know that by coming through and seeing the symbol. And even the council member had responded, no, we're not. Because this whole thing that we're dealing with is a result of a race war that's been caused by this bridge. So the bridge would just be a symbol of how we almost all killed each other over the fact that, a lot of people here are racist. So it wouldn't be a symbol of unity and equality. It would be a symbol that the black congregation won a fight. That's all it was going to be. All it was going to be. It had nothing to do with civil rights. It had nothing to do with honoring them. They wanted it here because they wanted to win this argument. That's literally, most of them had said exactly that. They just wanted to win the argument and put something up to let people know that we were diverse. It had nothing to do with, oh, Martin Luther King deserves the honoring. It was like, if we do this, people will think we're not racist. Until they move here, I mean, most of the fucking city, most of the Tri-City area is inhabited by racist, white, backwoods rednecks. And some of those rednecks are some of my best friends, so I don't give a fuck. It doesn't bother me. I'm not racist. They might be racist. Doesn't fuck me at all. I've got a bunch of black friends, a bunch of Mexican friends. I don't care. All I cared about is that we didn't spend money on something that was so fucking ridiculous and outlandish. It was really unnecessary. There was nothing, it shouldn't have been done. It shouldn't have even been proposed, and nothing's gonna happen. Sacramento and the state of California are not in a position in order to fucking spend money like that. They're not gonna do it. So, it's over. And that's why there was no video yesterday. So, I mean, it's fine. It's a kink in the chain, but I'm not disappointed in myself, and I'm not gonna stop. So, day 24? Skip 23. Hey, what's going on? So today, I went and got my hair cut. I got a thing in the mail in like March to get a free haircut. And it was like, there was like no limit to it. So I went and got it done. I didn't, obviously I didn't do much, but I trimmed it down and took about, I think she said she took an inch off. So, yeah, I mean, now that we got that, oh my god. I don't know, I swear to god, I'm going to go back and watch these videos and find out how many times I've yawned into the camera. I'm a very tired person. But, yeah, I went and got my hair did today.
but pretty uneventful day. It's gonna be a decent weekend. So I'm kind of like lagging behind a little bit on possible projects. I mean, I've been doing a lot of stuff with music recently. Like in the last month and a half, I've put out six new tracks, or no, it's 5. Anyways, they're good. I mean, all of them are good. I like all of them. I'm working on a fully orchestrated album. In between, I'm going to be doing little discotheque songs, but they're not all that great. But I'm going to try to do like orchestra style music, like actual pieces. So I had a few of them done, but they're not perfect. But I like them, you know. But it's different because for a really long time I was doing just kind of like house music and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get away from house music, trying to get into doing some different stuff. So in order to better myself as a musician, ever since I got, ousted out of the band. By the way, information about the band, that band broke up. There was creative differences between the drummer and the guitarist, which is a drag because they thought they were good. I thought they were good friends, but creative differences, which is why I'm not in the band, occurred. And they broke up. So I mean, it's not like I got kicked out of a band because now the band doesn't exist. So it's interesting. I want to do 2 different videos. I want to do a video that explains my journey through making music and what that consists of, because I get a lot of people who ask me questions about music and how I got into producing and things like that. And the other video I want to do is about the RPG, because I haven't talked much about the RPG. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, is I've been building a game for 2 years. I'm on hiatus. I haven't done very much on the game in a few months. But I want to get work done on it again. I mean, I'm itching real bad to get back into it. And I think what I want to do, though, is maybe hash out some plot points about what I want to do or what quests I want to have done. Because right now I have, like, the story, and I do a lot of it as I go. I do a lot of stuff as it happens. I just kind of go, okay, here you're going to encounter a different kind of monster or a different kind of enemy, and this is who he is. And then I just let it go from there, and I let the player experience it for themselves. But I guess I want to kind of fine tune that and get that going, and probably have another beta build ready by May or June, which seems far away. But if I set myself to that date, then I'm hoping I'll have something playable by that point. And hopefully you can just move your save information from build 1.3 to 1.4. But that might not happen because there's going to be too many changes. I'm also going to try to compress a lot of the song files. It turns out that the betas are like 190 megabytes because I'm putting raw MP3s in there, and they're huge. So that's really unnecessary. They'll figure that out. But that's it for now. I'll catch you tomorrow on Saturday. It's the first time I've got a video done in the middle of the afternoon. So, peace. Hey, it's Saturday night, and I'm really late, but it doesn't matter, because as long as it's still the day that I'm recording it, then it still counts. So basically, as long as I do Monday's video on Monday, and I release it on Monday, it's Monday. So today, I got something in my eye. I'm sorry, that's really embarrassing. Today is Saturday, which also means it's Toonami night. Right now it's Black Dynamite. That rhymed without intentionally. So every Saturday, if you didn't know, I literally sit here and I moderate a Reddit thread, which kind of takes on a life of its own. I really will just start it and then be like, hey, here's my thoughts on how tonight's going to go. And then it just kind of takes on its own life. So, Toonami's been on
Adult Swim at midnight on Saturday for a year now at this point, and it's been fucking awesome. I mean, what's really crazy is when you start looking forward to Saturday, like outside of working and looking forward to Saturday typically because you're like, hey, days off is coming, or hey, it's the holiday. When you start looking forward to Saturday night specifically, you don't realize how quickly 56 of them will go by. Just weeks just go and they disappear. So, list of things. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a video, a serious video of some fashion. I don't know. Talk about something weird. And then, yeah. Friday, I'm going to be on the radio again Friday, or I might not be, or a recording of me will be on the radio on Friday. Something is happening on Friday. And then this week's going to be pretty short. There's nothing specific going on. But alright, I'm going to go hit the hookah and hang out for a little bit until midnight my time, and then I'm going to watch Toonami. So, stay classy, and see you tomorrow.
You what, mate? You what? Okay. Yeah, hey. Late today. Really late today. Like late tonight. I've been busy all day. Hung out with a really good friend of mine who I haven't seen in like 2.5 years. And now it's really late at night, and I don't have much thought for what tonight. So it's 11:30. It's 11:30 my time. I'm still catching it. I'm still on time. Maybe I may have been drinking. Maybe. Hey, I'm gonna stay right here for the whole thing. I'm gonna talk right about here. Yeah. Okay, anyways, it's been a long day, and it's been a long couple of days. Yesterday was pretty long. Got some things together, and had a long conversation with somebody, and then I spent all of today with somebody, even though I had some plans. And those plans didn't go through as planned. That would make them not planned. Shit. I'm really killing time right now. A minute and 20 seconds. Alright, cool. That's a vlog. This whole video was a sham because I'm using my webcam, and I don't want to, and the camera has to stay where it is for reasons. For reasons.
In a nutshell, today was empty. Nothing really special today. I woke up late again. That's something that I guess I should just stop saying. Even though I feel like I might be saying that I woke up late just as filler, you know? And, but I wake up late because I go to bed late because there isn't really much that goes on. Everybody out here's day kind of starts mid-afternoon. I'm not working still, but I'm looking for work. I did find a part-time job that I can't much talk about outside of just saying that I've got a part-time job, but it's not. It's a silly job. Anyways, I've been playing Guild Wars 2. Yeah, I got to see a really good friend of mine yesterday. That's what happened yesterday, why I was home so late and stuff like that. Yes, a good friend of mine went to the Air Force, and then he came home. I haven't seen him in like 2 years. He really denies that it's been that long, but it's been that long. I'm almost positive it's been that long. But yeah, so he came out and we spent some time together. Just kind of shot the shit. We drank a little bit. Whatever. I don't care. I'll say it. I drank, but I'm trying to think. There was something else on my mind. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I just haven't had the time to do it. That's the other thing too, is I want to make a long video and I just fucking can't. I can't get around to doing it. I can't barely get around to getting the videos done, but I have to. I told myself I would. I mean, I keep nailing it at like 11 o'clock at night every night, but this is the point in my day when absolutely nothing else is going on. and I feel a lot less obligated to come up with something to talk about. I can just kind of turn the camera on and watch the clicker go, and then call it a day. And if I can keep these short, then if you guys are watching it, all right, Like I said to somebody the other day, is I don't mind whether or not somebody else is watching this for their entertainment value, but it's more or less that I'm gonna rewatch them later in about about 70 days. I'm gonna go through and rewatch all of these, and that should be interesting. So, future Sam, I hope you have a job by the time you watch this video again. On day 100, when you go through and you watch this episode specifically, you better have a job. You better be doing stuff. And you better be part way done with the next chapter of the Paragon. I'm holding that to you, because I will kick my own ass if I'm not.
So I was talking to my dad yesterday when he got home from work. It's really one of the only times that I have to be able to talk to him without interruptions or anything. I'll go outside and I'll meet him as soon as he gets home. And, one of the first things I said to him was, I'm tired. And he said, why? I said, I haven't been sleeping very good at all. I said, I stay up really late. And then I will go to sleep for, 3 to 4 hours, sometimes 5. And then wake back up, then do it again, which has been pushing my sleep time back further and further and further. And I told him, I can't sleep. And he said, why? Why, man? What's up? And I told him, I don't know. And it kind of hit me just now. Like just now, it kind of hit me. And I know why. Between the hours of 10 or 9:30, 10 p.m. until right now at 3:30, nothing goes on. Not a damn thing. I sit in my room for the most part in total silence. And all I hear is, the sound of the computer, just a low deafening buzz, And I guess I don't grasp it for what it is, It's like a form of meditation, I guess. But my day is so busy, typically, and so full of things that go on every day. It's so full of the average back and forth. Help me with this, come here, I need that. What's that noise? What's going on? A bunch of questions. Really no time to sit to myself, although I try to sit in my room. I'm always talking all day long. I'm always talking. Somebody's always got something to say. Sometimes it's an argument. Sometimes it's just somebody wanting to talk. But late at night, I'm alone. When I'm in here at these hours, I'm alone. When it's quiet, watch, just listen. Nothing. That's exactly it. Nothing. That's literally where I'm the most at home. I work the best in silence. Everything is better when there's no noise at all. I have more patience. I have more concentration. yeah, I can't get that. You know, everybody has to be gone. I have to be home alone. So now I know. It's because I try subconsciously to savor every single moment I have. Every few minutes of silence that I can get.
Hey, what's up? Another interestingly boring day. Got to watch 007 Skyfall again for the second time. Great movie. I'm gonna go eat some food. Dad was off today. Went and got breakfast this morning. I'm gonna spin around and see if I can make you sick. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, so anyways, I've been watching a whole lot of, not watching, that's saying too much. I've been listening to a lot of Penn Jillette recently. He's got a podcast, if you didn't know. It's called Penn Jillette's Sunday School, and he records it live on Twitch TV every Sunday. Well, okay, I'm not going to say every Sunday because sometimes it's not on Sunday. But every episode thus far, he's about a year in, or no, he's over a year in. Every episode has been pretty fucking incredible and available on soundcloud.com/RIBBIT-STARR. I listen to it's about an hour and a half to an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, hour and 30 minutes to about I want to say like an hour long each time, and they're pretty great. You have to be very open-minded, and you have to be very much like me to listen to it. He's a militant atheist, and if you're not an atheist, you might not like the things that he has to say. If you are an atheist, then you're really going to enjoy it. If you're confused, you might want to give it a listen. You might want to give it a chance, because it's fucking incredible. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna lie to you, I am addicted to listening to it, so I've been doing that and playing a lot of Guild Wars 2, and my days have been pretty slow, so thankfully I've got time to kind of hang out. My dad's off, they're watching a movie right now. Whatever, I don't really want to watch another movie. I introduced my dad to watch Skyfall, which I'm pretty sure I said already in the video somewhere, but I don't want to watch another movie, so I'll just play games or work on my RPG while, they watch another movie. Alright, peace. That's about it. And shit, I fucked up. I was going to hit the button. Oh, is tomorrow Friday? Oh, tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow morning. Shit. Tomorrow morning I'm on the radio again. So, yeah. That will be interesting. I'm still not 100% sure what I want to talk about, but we'll find out. Okay, so this video is going to be short but really descriptive. I want to talk about what's getting ready to happen. I was presented with an opportunity to move. This move would involve just me, and I'd be taking everything that I own, packing all my things, and starting a new life in South Carolina. I've been living with my parents, and I live with my mom and dad right now. And it's not that I can't get a job, but I'm not in a position because of the way that my family works, my house works, and I'm not in a position to find a job right now. I have medical disabilities. I have muscular dystrophy, which is a pretty disabling disease that I've been forced to deal with for my whole life. And I had a really good friend of mine, and his wife offered to move me into their house. They want to get me out to South Carolina, and they're going to put me up in their house for a little while and give me the opportunity to go look for work or start college in South Carolina, start an entirely new life out there, and actually, get things started, get my life together, and start doing something other than what I'm doing right now, which is a whole lot of nothing. And I'm 20 years old, and I have my diploma, and I'm not in college, and I don't have a job. Right now, I'm pretty much useless. I'm a big dead weight around, I do things around the house to help with the family and to help with stuff, but I'm not really doing anything with myself, my own personal life, my own goals and dreams and all that stuff. So my really, really, really good friend, my best friend, basically my brother, has given me this chance. And so here's the things that are stopping me from going. One, I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know if I'm going to drive out there in my car and try to go from California to South Carolina, and I don't know if I'm going to fly. If I drive, I can take all of my things most of my things, almost all of my belongings with me all the way out there, and I can try to, make it work. I can bring everything that I own and kind of almost completely start from there. I would drive the car all the way out there, and I would have a car for when I get there, but I'm really concerned about whether or not the car can make it. I'm also concerned that it's going to cost money for me to stay in hotels the whole time. And it's going to be kind of a hard drive, three straight days of driving, and I've never done that drive. I've never driven across the entire country. Secondly, if I fly, then I can leave the car here or possibly sell it before I leave, which would be about $1,200 that I can take with me, or leave it here and give it to my dad, which was possibly another option, another avenue that I could take, and he could send me money over time to try to buy a car. The hard part is if I buy a new car, I have to deal with buying a new car, and that's always a pain in the ass. Of course, I would have to re-register it and reinsure it, re-register it at least in the new state when I get there. If I fly, then I'll have to send for my things, which means I'll probably have to try to get a job as soon as possible, or get into college and get financial aid and state assistance as soon as possible, and send for my things. And it'd be a couple of boxes worth of stuff. I'd have to ask my family to help me by sending me my things. If I do that, if I get to the point where I'm in South Carolina and I send all my things out there, that means that I'm fucking living there. I'm going to live there. I'm going to stay there. I'm going to try to start my life and get off and do my own thing. If I do that, it means the possibility of coming home or coming back to Victorville, California, very slim. It would mean I'm gone forever. Now, the problem is my dad's right behind me, but he's concerned about me going because of medical insurance, which I don't find that as a valid reason to stay here, because if being on my dad's insurance should not be a reason why I can't go out and live on my own and start my own life. Outside of my dad, he's right. I mean, he's right there behind me. My sister's right behind me, and she'll make up for all the slack of me not being here at home. My mom, on the other hand, desperately doesn't want me to leave. I've got more family and friends online that are behind me to get me to start doing this than I do anybody who's here at my house. Leaving here is really dangerous because my mom's very, very sick. She's on oxygen, and she's not a very healthy person right now. And if I leave, then it leaves all the burden of taking care of my mom and my sister. Now, I'm using the word burden because taking care of my mom's not a burden, it's sort of a duty. But the amount of work and the possibility of her death is so high that it's really scary, because not being here means she could die. And unnecessary strength and anxiety could really fast forward that into a very unhealthy, state. She could be hurt. Some things could happen. So I don't want to make my mom even worse because I'm leaving, but at the same time, I don't want to freeze my life and wait because of that. In the event that things don't work out like I thought they were going to, then I want to put away money. I want to get a job and put away money to be able to send my ass back home. If I drove out there, it's going to be a lot harder for me to just get home than it would be if I fly out there, which flying right now is like the best idea, because I can get my shit together and I can fly out there and I can get my life started as soon as I get there. I won't have to worry about hauling things. I won't have to worry about the car. It'd be done in 12 hours. It wouldn't take 3 days. And I can get everything rolling. My friend is already very prepared to have me there. The situation, the way that it works, my friend's trying to pick me up, is he's in a very comfortable position. Him and his wife both. They both have a lot of money, not a lot of money, but they both have a job that's steady. They're in the military. He's offered to put me up for the year or whatever it is for me to get on my feet, but he wants me to get on my feet really badly. He wants me to start a life. He's not doing this to get anything out of me. He's doing this to help me. He's doing this to help me start. And he wants me to do it really bad. And I understand how, that it's very important for me to take this opportunity, but leaving here is very, 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 very hard. It's entirely stable. This is a good idea. This is a plan. This isn't something that I'm jumping into that's could possibly just go wrong the day I get there. The only thing holding me back from doing this is my decision, how I'm getting there, and my family. I can't stress enough how hard this decision is and how important my choices in the next step are going to be. So I don't know what to do, and I don't know how I can convince my family that it's okay for me to leave. But when I look around my room and all the stuff that I own, I've got a lot of stuff that I'll be bringing with me, and I'll have a lot of stuff I'll be leaving here. I'm in a really conflicted spot. Yesterday was a really busy day. I actually was never home, so that's why there was no video. That's where I'm at today. That's what I'm going to be contemplating and dealing with over the next few days. It's incredible, it's fucking scary, and it's huge.
never lose an argument.
Daniel,
I'm going to say that's true because he paused.
I'm afraid you were lured in wrongly
Yeah.
by that pause, because that's not true, that a man smoking a cigar could never lose an argument.
I listen to British panel shows to kill time, and because it's really good background noise for when I'm playing Guild Wars and shit like that. So, man, today and the last 2 days have been pretty intense. Good news all around, but, you know, just really not having any time to do anything. Tomorrow shall be short, but I will do a video detailing a lot of cool stuff. Wednesday I'm going to a hotel thing with my family, and I'm going to bring the camera just because it's kind of a weird thing, but it's my family does it. Kind of like a mini vacation, but it's because it's a really nice place, and it's got a huge pool. So it's basically, you know, being able to go someplace for a little while to get out of the house. It also lets us bug bomb the house. We're going to set off some fumigators. But there's a gigantic pool that's heated and a jacuzzi that's really nice too. So that's tomorrow, or that's Wednesday. Thursday I'm driving my friend to go to interview. Friday, oh, now to be known as Frigadog from now on. So anyways, Frigadog, nothing on Frigadog. Saturday should be pretty boring too, so hey, no more weekly updates for this week. Yeah, I plan on doing like 2 serious videos or so, but so hey, note to future Sam, quit putting off the video until nighttime. You fucked this one up, and it's really late, but who cares, because you did it anyway, so it still counts. Woo! Woo! Frigadog. I kind of want to just make the statement really quickly that the shit that's going on right now with me moving and all that noise is like very, very complicated, and I don't have full information about it. So as much as I'd like to like talk about it and you know, get input and that, I don't want to yet, and I don't want to do it yet because I still don't know. But it's just, it looks better and better and better every day. So, outside of that, there's a lot of things, recent events, if I could be so brash, that I don't want to talk about. And it would be things that I guess other people are talking about right now. Something very recent that happened, in Boston and all that. And I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because it's just not it. It's its own thing, and there's nothing that I can say that'll mean anything. So I've got no input on it. It doesn't affect me. And letting it go. I for the first time in a while worked on the RPG, which was cool as hell. I mean, I haven't gone back and moved stuff around in the RPG in a while, but I introduced a new character named Light. And Lyte, and Light is the librarian. He's the archivist, and the archivist introduces you to a side quest and a side plot that happens in the game. It's a hidden series of documents that you can attempt to find, that I'm going to place randomly throughout the world in like secret puzzles and secret rooms, and I'm going to put them places where I want to reward the player for curiosity, so I'm going to not tell anybody where they are. But if you find Light, which you should, if you're somebody who goes in at doorways, you'll find out about the missing pages. And when you find, the first one that you find will be pretty simple. It'll be the result of a fight that you're going to get into. And when you read it, or when you go through it, you'll check it out, and you'll trigger an event, and the event will explain that you've got one of 20 pages. So, or one of 20 chapters, that is. So you'll know that there's 20 more pages to find. I'm thinking about putting 5 of them in this build, so you can go try to find the 5 of them. And then I might like publicly say where they might be, or like what zones that they can be found in. That way you can go look for them. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that and seeing how that plays out because I'm excited. I'm excited about seeing who picks it up. So something I wanted to cover about the RPGs. I know a couple of people did playthroughs of it. I haven't watched any of them, and that's my fear of, like, I don't know. There's nothing about that beta I'm gonna change. I'm comfortable with where everything is at. If I make stat or like attack changes, it'll happen periodically, like in on an as needed basis. But that beta is the way it's gonna be, and I don't know. I feel like I don't want them to talk directly to me in the videos and be like, hey, so this is broken, or hey, you know, this is crazy or hard. And I don't want to see anybody play it in a way or have any like comment about it that I'm already uncomfortable with. I guess it's sort of a self-esteem thing where I can have 100 people tell me it was good and then I can have one person say something was wrong and I'm like, yeah, fuck that, it is terrible, it's wrong. So I'm not watching those videos. Maybe one day I'll be, you know, on my medication or drunk and then I'll watch them. But I haven't watched them. So yeah, stuff for the RPG that's it. I mean, there's not much else going on. I never realized how really uninteresting my days were until I started to document them, you know, because I really get a lot of my brain garbage out. I get a lot of my talking shit out with friends when they're here. And I don't have a lot to talk about by the time I record the video. And not a lot of interesting stuff happens. So alright, so tomorrow is gonna be weird. Thursday's gonna be weird. Freaking Dog's gonna be weird. So, peace until then. Yesterday I tried to make a video 3 times, and nothing that I made came out in a way that could be shared publicly. To be honest, it's just because the shit that's going on is irritating, and it's, I guess, in all seriousness, it's me overreacting. I'm overreacting out of, you know, sheer fucking anger. I gotta get to the point where my decisions are my own. And I gotta stop worrying about how the family will respond to what I do, because that's really what's starting to become a problem. Is I can't act on my own accord ever. So what needs to be done soon, and it needs to be figured out before it gets too late. I'm at the point now where I'm lost and confused about everything. So as things get a little better, I can answer my own question. There's no video yesterday because everything I could think of was terrible and offensive. The video today is for today, and it's to make up for yesterday. It's really interesting because it's starting to become a video every other day instead of a video every day. So at some point I have to make up for the ones that are missing. Or I don't. That's about where I'm at with that. So, yeah. The battery on my camera is almost dead because I didn't charge it. But it's been a pretty wild day. It's a good day for America, which is pretty much a big thing coming from me. But all of this stuff is over, you know? All of this drama, sorry, that was the sound of me closing my window. But all of this crap, all of this terror and chaos is over for a little bit. Of course, the guy's still got to go to trial, and he's going to go to court and all that. But they got the guy, which is great. Because coming from just how things normally work, I didn't think they were going to get him.
So it's incredible that they did. My free game from GameStop came in today, which is Dragon Age 2. Pretty sweet. I haven't played it, and it was free, so I picked it up. There's not a whole lot more to say. This is going to be a short video, but I just want to remember that this is the day. You know? This is what I'm talking about, man. This right here. That right there. So, right on. Stay safe. My heart goes out to everybody involved, and good job to every Boston Police Department member. And I'm sorry to the families that lost somebody. And I'm sorry to the family of Joker Sarsanaev and his brother, their family. I'm not sorry to them specifically, but I'm sorry to their family because it's going to be traumatizing and terrible. And it's crazy because they're going to get attacked and they're going to come into a lot of drama and shit that they don't need. You know, it's their family, but that doesn't make them terrible people. There's nothing that they did wrong they didn't know. So, that's about it. I hit 80 on Guild Wars 2, so it's time to get more work done on the RPG. Peace. I'm not going to South Carolina. Last night ended up being a really bad night. A lot of little arguments happened, and then they continued throughout the rest of the night. And every form of financial assistance I could have received in order to pull off the trip to South Carolina has backed out. My dad doesn't support it anymore, and my family doesn't want me to go. So honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I don't know because my disease is too disabling to go find a normal job. And I'm gonna have to go on to state disability and save money and fucking do something. I don't get to be normal. It's as simple as that. I don't get to be normal. I wasn't given the health or the permission to be a normal human being. And, you know, anybody can say things like, yeah, you don't want to be normal, being normal is boring, or something like that, but when you're disabled severely and you're handicapped for your whole life and you didn't get to have a normal childhood because you were always in a wheelchair or in crutches, when you get to adulthood, the one thing you want to be able to do is be independent. And the one thing you want to be able to do is go and not let the disease control your life. And when I tried to take that chance, the people who were there to help me get it done let me down. And that's where I am now. Let down, disappointed, depressed, hurt, confused, lost. That's it. It's over. Okay, everybody, as you can see, there is no video today, and there was actually no video yesterday because I have been pretty busy over the last few weeks, but I've recently come into possession of a brand new microphone. What you're hearing is, believe it or not, a rock band microphone. I asked for one from a few friends of mine, and I got a lot of responses, and I actually was able to go pick one up from a friend just now. He had it at his house, and he wasn't using it, so thank you, Tyler. Simply put, I want to start using this microphone for vocal recordings, doing things for the RPG, believe it or not, which is going to be really cool. What I intend to do is probably work on something interesting for voiceovers, and mostly for cutscenes. You know, maybe just a cinematic trailer or something, but nothing
nothing too very far out of the loop, out of the scheme of things. So for the most part, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to try to make up for missing yesterday and today, because although I didn't do the video yesterday, I guess part of the project was more or less remembering to do something and getting into the habit of doing it every single day. And part of remembering to do it is that if I do miss it, it really does sit on my mind. It sits on the back of my head all day, and it just bothers me that I forgot to do it, if I ever do, or it'll bother me to the end of not being able to think and being really worried about not getting the video done. So yesterday I was very busy. Didn't have a lot of time to do anything, and I had a couple people come over and we kind of worked some stuff out. But today is probably, in terms of production and actually getting something done, today is important. The reason why today was important is specifically because I finalized today that I won't be, and I keep saying this, won't. Today I finalized that I will not be going to South Carolina. Me and Adam came to an agreement that there's just too many factors working against it. And too many things just made it a little harder, and getting the move prepared and getting my family to agree with it just didn't work. Is that going to shut me down? Is that going to slow me down and make me not do anything? No. I mean, it's unfortunate because I wanted to do this more than anything, and I really wanted to really get my things together and start my life in some direction. And I knew there was no guarantee of it working, but I really just liked the fact that something was there, something was coming up, something I could probably gain something from, and it didn't happen. So minorly I'm upset, and I think about it. I think that it's gonna end up becoming something I remember as an experience in itself, mostly because I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about my family. And on the same note, I learned a lot about the people who have my back and the people who don't. That's kind of hard to swallow, because the people who didn't support me in this are the people who I needed to support me the most. And the people who did are the people who surprised me. I mean, it's not that I wasn't expecting my cousins to be there behind me, and it wasn't that I wasn't expecting it, but what I didn't expect was the resounding amount of people who were there to back me up. In any case, though, I can't put into words the magnitude of what Adam was doing for me. Like, that level of assistance that he was granting me is something that nobody else has ever gotten even close to. I mean, anybody can really try to say that they're going to, I'll do anything I can to help you. You're not going to move me into your house and help me find a job or go to college. You're not going to let me live rent-free for a few months until I get myself on my feet. You're not going to help me move across the country to get things going. You're not going to do that. Nobody else in my life has ever given me that kind of an opportunity. And out of respect for him, I made it my duty to try to pull it off. And because it was something that nobody was ever going to be able to bring back to me ever again. It's not something that's ever going to happen again in my life. And that was the significance of this entire plan. That was the significance of getting all of this done. It had nothing to do with much of, I need to get away from my family, or I need to get, it had to do with starting my future, and it was adhering to the opportunity that had presented itself. Something had made itself very apparent. I was very aware that this was my next step. I needed to be able to conquer this for the future, for the good of my entire situation now. So I'm at home now with this really trash ultimatum that my only options are now to go on to disability and live off of the state, or to somehow manage to get a job and work it. So my next step from here is to go talk to my doctors and see if I can get leg braces to help me walk, and also to assist me in either work or to assist me in getting disability. Whatever it is that's going to help me out, and I need to look into contacting my doctors to further my medical assistance that I'm getting now. And who knows, the future's weird. I wasn't expecting this opportunity to come up when it did, and I don't know what kind of other opportunities are going to make themselves apparent. So, I like this. I like this little podcast format. I'd love to do podcasts. I would love to do a podcast. That's a dream. is to be able to do a podcast, and yet I don't think I'll probably ever going to be able to do it. But having a mic, so I have a 1080p webcam that I don't use just for the sake of I don't use it. And now I have a really, really, really nice quality microphone. I think I might, I think I might start doing something. Maybe not a video podcast, but maybe I might get a hold of some other YouTubers that I talk to, see if they want to get together and talk about something. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. That's all I have anything else to say about what's going on. I'm, seriously trying to stay up on the videos, and yet this kind of stuff happens. So I'm just gonna render this and put it on a blank screen and call it a video and just say screw it. Yeah, the future's weird, man, and keep your things together and keep yourself together, and above all else, just do what feels right to you. It's not advice. I'm saying this to myself. Just do what's right. So, and if you listen to this, you're really cool. You're listening to Radio McBeezy. No, I'm playing. That's old school. Would be cool though. That's what I would call it. Hashtag Beezy lives. Yeah.
I cut my hair. I still have a ponytail. It goes up. There's a big old mohawk. And it's shaved down the sides. It's really, really comfortable. It's really, really nice for the hot weather. And as you can see, the weather has changed. It is fairly nice outside. Which means out here in California, it's like fucking 90 degrees. So, things that are different. Oh, so check this out. It's a mess over here, but check this out. This is the new microphone. Literally a rock band mic. Literally. This I'm using my camera tripod because hey, fuck it, right? Anyways. Rock band mics kick ass. Quality is way over the top, more than I thought it would be. I gotta clean my room. See, anyways, I gotta clean my room. And I can't get around to doing it because I don't know what it is I want to do with it. I'm getting ready to stay here. I'm not moving. So I've got to get comfortable somehow, and I don't know what I want to do. Throwing around a couple ideas about moving my furniture around, and I do it like every few months. Keep things fresh. But we'll see. We'll see what I'm thinking about. I think I know where I want to put all my stuff. Like, I think I know how I want to set the room up. It's just going to take a while. I got to really think about it. I think I might basically reverse everything the way it is now. I might just turn everything around. Because I don't like... I'm kind of tired of facing the wall I'm facing. Except the only thing is I've got my surround sound system set up in a way that isn't necessarily easy to move. But I don't have a lot of room. Like, I've kind of put myself in this weird spot where I don't have a lot of room behind me and shit. So maybe I might just turn it... Yeah, maybe I might do that. Maybe I might just turn it. Just turn everything so that... I never thought of that. And that doesn't change everything very much. And then I have room to move the TV, which is what I want to do. And as much as I like it, as much as I really like this recliner that I'm in, it's killing me because I think the dog peed on it at some point. It's horrible. And it's just not, I don't know, it's just not doing it. I mean, it's not very good for a computer chair. I mean, that thing worked really well. And now it's just in there in the sound closet. So, fuck it. I'll figure it out. That's today. Nobody's watching these anyway, so it doesn't matter. So this is what it would look like if I recorded from the camera. You know what, give me 1 second. Anyways, this is what it would look like if I had a camera set up right here facing the microphone. Because even though you can't see it, I've now got an interesting little setup. You know, actually, what I'll do... What I'll do is this. Okay. Smile. This is what it looks like. the picture. Anyways, so this is the inside of the closet. I mean, you can't barely tell, but I'm still working out what works the best. I'm not talking into the microphone right now, by the way. I'm talking into the camera, but I could be talking into the microphone. I'm still trying to figure out what I like most. I'm thinking about pulling the keyboard forward a little bit, and then putting the microphone down behind the keyboard so I can sing into it. And then I might be picking up another one of these same microphones from somebody, from a friend. I'm actually, I could come into 2 of them, but it depends. But if I come into 2 more of them, man, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna start recording stuff, music, This works. This works really well. There's such a difference in the room now. My bedroom is way more comfortable than it used to be because I've changed. I changed everything. I mean, so basically the computer used to be on that side. It used to be tucked away in the corner by the window. Now you can't barely. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and detach you. There's a really cool idea at first. So now this is the way it's set up. Okay, so now. From this corner, that's the computer. There's the sub. I've got 2 little speakers set up just because I'm too lazy to set the rest of the speakers up. I'm gonna kill this light because it's throwing it off. I'm gonna reopen the window. Oh, anyways, so this wall is still the same except there's the recliner. So the recliner, there's the old sound system. Still kind of there. That's where my bed's at. I've got all the stuff tucked away into the corner, and that's my monitor now. Instead of using it as a secondary, I'm using the TV as my core, and the router and everything, and the computer desk. So I mean, it all in reality, it makes the room feel bigger. And you know, and there's a lot of stuff in here now. So, and then my little recording closet. So I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna probably move the keyboard out towards the door, and then this is where all the sound wiring is at. And then I'm thinking about making something here that can hold my launch pad and my mixer, but it's a beautiful day outside and I'm smiling. Quote, Michael Bublé, 2013. Yeah, I went there. It's my cool little car and my sticker. It's, you know, it's a good day. I mean, I haven't had a good day in a while. My sister just bought me a big ass Rockstar, which is cool, you know, and some Slim Jims, and I already hammered out the Slim Jims. So there's the Rockstar, and that looks like a straw, and it's not. It's a stylus. So, all right, hey, so that's it for now. This is cool. I've never done this. I've done that. I've done that a few times. Okay, so let's have a little bit of a conversation about what happened. Yesterday, okay, so on Friday, I wanted to take Saturday to record a lot of unfiltered, uncensored shit. Kind of me talking and not thinking before talking, and sort of jamming out every thought that I had in my head. And after recording twice and getting 2 separate clips of information, I'm not doing that.
I'm not concerned about how it would have came out. I am concerned about how people would have taken it, and then dealing with everything after it. And I am concerned with things that I said, I guess. Because I'd rewatch it after I made it. Or I would just kind of think about what I had just said, and I thought, wow, that was fucked up. So I kind of ruined it because I had said on Friday that I was going to do Saturday's video Sunday morning. I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention. I didn't do it. And I didn't do it mostly because I want to say I wussed out, but at the same time, I feel like I partially saved you from something that probably wouldn't have... It would have scarred you. It would have scarred me because of how rough it was. And it really would have freaked some people out. I know I would have got some phone calls and some stuff. People going, what the fuck, man? You got some damage. So, I didn't need people doing that. I don't need people thinking I need to be admitted. Okay, I don't need people knowing that I need to be. So, that's what happened. Almost to day 50. 50 days of this. Every day. It's starting to become a chore. It's really interesting. I thought by this point, I'm going to cover it more in depth later, but I thought by this point it would start to feel more second nature, and it's kind of exactly the opposite. It started to feel more like a chore. It was weird. Fuck it. And I spent most of today working on music for the first time in a while, because I had kind of chose to slow down on music for a little bit, so that the next time I made something really great. That happened today. I'm doing... what I can tell you, because what I'm going to do is on video 50, I'll be releasing music. I guess a music video for it. Maybe not so much a music video, but it's going to be what I just made. The song I just made. But I made a song. I covered a very big song by a very big artist, and it's probably the best work I've ever done. What I've got left is to do vocals over it for the actual vocals included in the song. I'm nervous about it, but I guess I can't technically get it wrong. So hopefully I get it right. Hopefully I get everything good. We'll see. That's gonna be day 50, so I'm really happy about it. Kind of done at that point. I mean, I just hit a milestone by doing what I did, and I just, outside of making the soundtrack for the RPG, I don't think I'm going to do very much music for a little while. Mostly just because I want to make sure that everything I put out is of quality, and I made a pretty big step today. You can tell now I can't get over it. I can't get over what I just made. So, yep. I'll see you. I don't have much else to say. It's a big deal, but I'm excited. Get hype. Around this time, 5 years ago, I started writing my own music. And I've always had a strong love and passion for the funk and disco, kind of a techno house scene, but not really the typical 4 on the floor, really exciting music, but kind of a funky jazzy vibe that has a synth and old school analog sound and feel to it. And I remember I wanted to make that kind of music right off the bat. I really wanted to get into that, and I really wanted to start doing those things. And in my head, I knew that wasn't possible, because when I started to learn how to play guitar, I wasn't immediately playing Jimi Hendrix. So for about 2 years, I kind of plinked around and had fun with it. And about the middle of the second year, I had enough balls to try to post my music to Newgrounds. And it got reamed, you know? I mean, it got really shut down. A lot of people hated my music. And it to me, was just... it kind of was reassuring that I sucked at it. And I kind of needed that. I desperately needed to know that I was bad at it. Because I didn't know if I was good or bad. I just knew that I had made something and I was proud of it. I spent about 2 years not releasing anything. So about 4 years into practicing and writing music, nobody knew that I was doing it. I had no way to upload the music, and I had a little over, I want to say 60 songs completed. And I would have friends over and I'd say, this is something I made. And they'd go, what the fuck, dude? How come I've never heard this? And then I would really have a hard time accepting that it was any good, because to me, it was the shit that I wasn't sharing. Well, I've gotten to the point now that I'm more than comfortable with where I'm at. And what I share is what I'm proud of. And it's parts of me and parts of work that I spend hours and hours and hours on. The band that started it all for me was Daft Punk. And I listened to Daft Punk. I started listening to them in about the late 90s with the Homework album, and then started listening to them religiously after Discovery was released in 2001. Around 2006, I want to say, is when I started to severely fall in love with the song Something About Us, which is in Interstellar 5555 is a story about when Stella finally gets to meet the guy who goes to save them all, and he's dying. So in terms, he's telling her the story about who she is, and that there's something between them that he didn't know how to explain. And the song had a lot of significance to me because I used it, I kind of played it to a girlfriend I had once, and it meant a lot to us, and it became our song. And then even though we broke up, it still, to me, holds the same resemblance. So now I've gotten to this wonderful point where I know enough about music, and I know enough about composition, and I have the musical ear in order to pull off what I've just pulled off. So for the first time, and in celebration of my 50th day of the vlogging, I have done a complete cover, including the funky vocoder voice, of Something About Us by Daft Punk off of the album Discovery. And I'm very, very, very proud of it. Everything you hear was made by hand. Every note was played by hand and recorded and redone on Fruity Loop Studio, which I used in homage to where my beginnings are, is Fruity Loop Studio. I used it to make what I wanted to make the first time 5 years ago. I've successfully created what I've strived to make in the last 5 years, and everything from this point on is just progress. I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks a lot. And to anybody who's listened to my music up to this point, thanks for backing me up even though I ignored you.
Hey people, sorry that the last 2 days have kind of gone by. I didn't record anything yesterday, and I almost didn't record something today because I've been fighting a sickness. I've already got antibiotics so I can fight it, but it's kind of like a cold, but I think it's actually strep throat. But the allergy season out here in California got really bad recently, on top of I normally get strep throat around this time of year anyways, every time. So, sorry for not uploading yesterday. Sorry for coughing in the middle of this recording. But I'll definitely make sure that I keep everything going. I'm going to title this video 51 and 52 because I'm going to explain why I wasn't there yesterday. But I'm really glad about the way the song came out. And I have a couple announcements for what's going to be happening after this 100-day period is over. I might still do vlogs really randomly, but I'm actually going to take up a new project, which should be really cool. I don't know whether or not I'm going to start the SoundCloud podcast thing soon or not, because I really don't want to have to set it up myself. There's a whole lot of work involved in taking care of it when I could just record it and put it on YouTube and call it a day. So, thanks for watching this if you did. If you didn't, I expect it, so later.
Still very sick. Still very tired. Still being quite lazy. And the camera is dead. So I don't want to charge the camera or plug it in. Or plug it in to record an episode. So my excuse for the last few days is I got sick. Interestingly enough, I was wondering when that was going to happen. When was I going to get sick? Because I get sick fairly often. I have bad health. So I knew it was going to happen eventually. So it finally happened, and it was now. So when I get better, I've got a couple of ideas for videos that I want to do, and I want to talk about what my next project is going to be. So here's to 45 more days.
of this later.
For the first time in about a week, I'm finally feeling a little bit better. Things haven't changed much. Just kind of watching the days go past. I had some pretty lengthy videos planned. I mean, I have some things that I want to talk about pretty extensively, and I just haven't gotten around to it. My Something About Us cover, my Daft Punk cover, got fucking plucked by the copyright thing. I don't think it's gonna get taken down, but it was just like, yo, this is a copyright claim, and I was like, hey, yeah, like that doesn't matter. It's not monetized. The whole channel is not monetized. I don't care. No, I couldn't care less about that. I mean, that's irritating, and I guess at the same time, it's the same reason why I have the videos up on the audio up on SoundCloud. I put it on SoundCloud because SoundCloud's got like the least chance of getting hit with copyright claims. Because I don't sell anything on SoundCloud. It's that easy. You just don't sell things. And with that, if it gets taken off of YouTube, fuck it. You know. But there's such a big reason. There's such a problem with that. You know, like. I'm so irritated by limiting what I think I can do with my videos because I swear to God I've got somebody who hunts me down and is fucking with my videos. Because some spiteful dick, goes through and dislikes all of my videos, which is really weird. It's really weird because I don't even tag my videos. So who is it specifically downvoting all of my content? That's it. It doesn't affect me literally like in any way. It's pissing me off is what it's doing. It's not causing a negative, anything negative. It's just pissing me off. And yeah, if it's a troll, then it's successfully trolling me because it's getting irritating. But whatever. I've been on this weird Bleach binge for a couple of days, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, Bleach is such a shit anime. I haven't watched Bleach in like 5 years. So as soon as it came back on Toonami, I was kind of interested in watching it when it was coming on, and it kind of fucked me up because now I've watched 2 of the movies, and some of the old videos. I'm also on this Naruto kick, but that's only because I used to be way into Naruto, and now I went and bought this, which is a really badass game. It's from about 2012. And it's fucking cool, man. I mean, what's really cool about it is it kind of takes you on a nice flashback, like a nice little ride through the Naruto history. It kind of, I don't know, for it's something like, it's got like a huge roster, and I believe it's the second biggest out of the Ninja Storm games in terms of roster. I think the latest one, Ninja Storm 3, is the one that has the biggest roster. But this one's got a decent size roster. I mean, there's a lot of cool ass characters in it. And then you can set up a tournament. Like, this is what I like about it the most, is you can set up a tournament and you can set everybody to like stupid hard. And you can really get a cool feeling for what it was like to fight in the tournaments. Because I remember when Tenkaichi, there's a word I haven't said in a while, Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi came out. I used to do that. I used to set up super big tournament brackets and just play through them as one character and just see what it was, see what it would feel like to fight that many things at a time. Yeah, it's stupid. It's a little overly immersive, but I've got another project coming up, a gaming project, surprisingly, and I'm not even going to start it until this is done. So we're looking at 40 days from now. So I'm going to try to get as many things together. I might do like a test episode that won't get released, just so I can see how big the file is and then how good a quality I can manage to get it. Because, a 10-minute 1140 by 860, I think it is, video on Fraps is fucking enormous. And then you have to take it and you have to throw it into Vegas and it down to about 800 megabytes, and it loses a significant amount of quality. And then you gotta feed it through fucking YouTube, and YouTube makes it lose a bunch of data too. So
And I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for music or for sound, because I don't want to score it myself. And I can go to Newgrounds, but not if I monetize the Atomized Gaming channel, because I'm positive that this new series is gonna hit really hard. The Guild Wars subreddit's behind me, and a couple people on the official forums were kind of cool with it. So I don't know what to do. Work specifically with an artist, I think, is what I want to do. And then I get, like, find some shit that sounds cool, and then credit them audibly. Go here, you know. But I don't want to have to fucking pay for anything. I really don't. The internet's a weird place. I don't know what else to say. I've set the quality of the camera one click lower, which I'm sure is probably going to be a little more dramatic than I thought it was going to be. Feeling better today, went to the doctor, talked to the doctor about getting leg braces, which are going to be these, like, plastic things that will start from here, or not plastic, but plaster, whatever things that will go from here and will run up my leg and then go underneath my foot up to about there, to keep my foot from doing this shit. And it will strengthen my legs a little bit and give me the ability and the sense of mind that I'm normal, but it'll give me the ability to walk a little better, because I can't really walk on my own power, which sucks because I'm only 20. So if I get into my late 20s or 30, I'm probably not going to be able to walk. You know? That's shit. Muscular dystrophy is not fun. I also got to look into, I gotta see who I can get a hold of in Southern California about muscular dystrophy. Try to find a clinic that I can go to and get help or get assistance. See if I can get any form of assistance for it. You know, if fucking anything. Anything I can get to help would be nice, because it's a rough life, and there's not, it's not comprised of the biggest support group in the world. It's kind of underfunded, and there's no cure and all that, so yeah, I got my pain pills renewed and all that other vaguely depressing stuff. So I have a paycheck coming in. It's $20, but it's a paycheck, and then I'm gonna go make money again next week sometime. So thinking about selling Halo 4, and I need to find someone who will buy it. So it'd be nice if I can get rid of it. I can't sell games to GameStop for cash, because our GameStops fucking suck like that. So I'm gonna call it here. I think I might watch TV, or I think I might try to get a couple races in on Forza. That's gonna take like an hour to get 2 races in on Forza. So, alright, peace. Ooh, I had a long night. A long day followed by a long night. I'm tired. And my dog is being weirdo. And so really, I'm in a little bit of pain last few days. I think I hurt myself somehow. I'm not sure. But my right leg has been really bad. I mean, worse than normal. And I'm wearing a brace on my right foot right now. And I think I might have hurt myself, so I'm not sure. But I was just hanging out with some friends, and we're talking about moving in together. It ain't gonna happen, but it's fun to talk. So really, I'm a lot of things to say. Short, normal day. Plus Bob. There he is. There's Bob. Bob.
doctor. We'll see you now. No, but really, today I got the order to set up the plan to go get my new braces, my new leg braces, which are an exoskeletal, kind of like a... I'm going to say that. I'm going to put it another way. It's more like an exodermic layer. It'll be a little plastic mold of my legs, of both legs, from the feet to the back of the knees. There's all kinds of different kinds of braces. There's some that are like big metal ones or something like that. And what I'd like to get are these ones I'm telling you about. These weird plastery mold ones. And they're fucking expensive. It's one of those crippling debt situations. So we're gonna order them, get them taken care of, and I need to get my shit together and see if I can somehow afford to help pay for them. Because it's gonna be like in the range of, let's see, $3,200. Yeah. After insurance. After. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Oh well. Shit happens. And maybe everything will be alright. Hoping I can get disability or financial aid. We'll see where it goes. Peace.
I've been having nightmares for days. So much so that it's keeping me from sleeping because I'm kind of afraid to go to sleep. And it's really throwing me off. It's throwing off my sleep schedule. It's also just seriously throwing off everything else that I'm doing. On top of that, what I'm seeing is, at 60 days into this project, I did a video every day that I could. And I have some days that I'm just so busy that making a video really isn't reasonable. I don't have the time to record something, and then I don't really have the time to upload it and wait for it to finish uploading and then unplug the camera so it doesn't just die. But on top of that, what I've done is I've made a video every day in which I wasn't doing anything else. So I conceived myself into doing a video every day. So I won't even mark the days that I miss when I miss videos anymore. Because it's working. I am doing a video a day for the last 60 days. But it's just not... It didn't have to be a video a day. I mean, it had to be a video a day when I had the time to make the video. Because I still think about it and I'm still concerned about doing it. Which is better than just forgetting it. Or being too lazy to do it. So yeah, Toonami tonight. Pretty average day of Toonami, and then tomorrow, or next week is going to be badass, so tonight's kind of eh. Happy Saturday. I found that the only thing worse than stating your opinion or your state of mind is doing so in a manner that you're unprepared for. And I do that often, doing that now. I guess it's kind of the reason why I stray away from having the long videos. But I guess on another scale, it's also the reason why I don't write a book. You know, as much as I want to, I really, really want to write a book. Really chatty, you know. But I probably won't. And I probably won't because I'm going to say a lot of things that people aren't used to saying. You know, I'm going to go really, really against the grain. And kind of stray away from cliche quotes and shit, you know, that people seem to live by. And, because I don't, you know. When I was growing up, when I was in high school, the two things to avoid, because I know it's different now, but the two things to avoid, there was all the different cliques, right? So you had your gangbangers, and you had people who caused trouble on purpose and shit like that. And then you kind of had the really anti-conformist people, and then you had the very meta anti-conformist people. So it was like people who were sort of open, low-grade anarchists, and you had the people who
were against people who were like that. And I feel like they've switched. You know, I feel like for my generation, the ones who were very, I don't want to conform to society, I don't want to do what's popular, I don't shop at the Gap, have all jumped ship. And now they're all doing that. And the people who at the time were kind of listening to the radio and, you know, talking about TV shows and were into certain movies or were playing certain sports have all kind of moved into that getting away from the main, I don't want to say mainstream because that's not what I'm talking about. Getting away from the main grain of things, getting away from doing things exactly the same way as other people. Because I am fuck, you know, I'm a slave to corporate. I don't care. Like I go to Starbucks and you know, I shop at Walmart, but I don't live my life like that. You know, I've never taken a laptop to a Starbucks or any of that kind of shit. But you know, I'm not in an area that allows me to go to like smaller places. I kind of have to. You know, my choices are between Lowe's, Target, and Walmart. It's not like I have another store I can go to. You know, so it's kind of I have to do that. So you know, I have my own personality, and the people who I've been around have their own personalities and lifestyles. But it's not built around what we do. You know, I mean, it's not built around what we're into. It's not built around those kind of things. And what that does is when we share our views, both political and personal, it pisses a lot of people off unintentionally. And it pisses them off in a way that they can't explain. They're like, I don't know why, or I don't know how to say what I mean, but I don't like that. And I get it a lot. I get it a lot. I'm open-minded and I have an open mouth. So every time I speak up, I get these fucking ridiculous 9-paragraph 60,000 word essays sent to me about, you know, what people think about what I said. And I'm not against getting those because I'll read them, but it's like that's not I want to stimulate thoughts, but I want to control conversation. I don't want to have this massive 5-hour, 5-day back and forth with somebody. If I want to do that, I'll do that with a podcast or a video exchange, but not verbally and not through text. So I'll see you later because I don't want to make a huge file and I have to upload this. So yeah, I gotta shave or not. What's happening, YouTube? SJQ Vlogs coming at you live from the internets, from the YouTubes. That's funny. That was a throwback to Boogie2988. That's just me being unoriginal and unfunny as usual. Yeah, yesterday I went and saw Iron Man 3, and it was sick. So you should go see it if you have it. Unexpectedly, I'm using my webcam and my new mic because I just don't want to deal. Like, I gotta find out if there's something I gotta change or something I've gotta do with the software that comes with this camera, because it's really irritating. And as you can see, all of the descriptions, almost all of the descriptions of my videos, I'll just say Averio on it, because not only do I have to upload to YouTube, and I have to uncheck a box to have it go private. Like, people who upload to YouTube upload everything as private, right? So I have to uncheck a box that says private, and then I have to rewrite the tags and the description, and I have to pick the selection, like the area that they're going to be in. And there's no like default setting that I can do. Not only that, but since the video files come out massive, I have to use that method to do it, and it takes forever. So, I love the camera, but it will only upload the videos in the format that the camera comes with, which is really stupid because it's a really bad format. And then in order for me to edit it together in Sony Vegas and make a video out of it, I have to like do all this other crap. So it's really irritating, it's really annoying, and I'm trying to work on, you know, getting around it or not dealing with it, but you know, shit happens. So, anyway, somebody just came in. Oh, somebody just came in. Oh, this is Bob. This is Bob. Bob just popped in. Wanted to say hi. I think he might have to go outside. That was a big yawn. Tell me secrets. He's telling me secrets. Anyways, so I'm gonna put him outside, but I'm being lazy. I mean, I've got the webcam and the microphone instead, and I know the audio is not gonna come out too good because the microphone's kind of far away from me. No, you're tired, sleepy dog. Okay, well I'm gonna put him outside because I think that's what he needs to do. So later on. Oops, I didn't do a video for 2 days, which was a honest mistake, but it's blurry. No, whatever, you know, don't care. Been a pretty cool 2 days. I went and saw Iron Man 3, which was bitchin'. And been playing a lot of Call of Duty. Call of Duty 4, not any of the new ones. I don't like any of the new ones. I'm sleeping like hell, and I'm kind of constantly in pain recently. Doing some new stuff with music, so yeah, this is going to be fiendishly short because I just don't have anything to talk about in general, other than to say I'm still alive, and looking forward to this weekend. Big week for Toonami this week, so. But yeah, okay, cool. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. If you would have saw the way that hamburger was dressed, you would have ate it too. No, but in reality, today is going to be a real slow day. I'm home alone, which is strange, always. And I have some friends coming over. Woo! Because, you know, what other better time. I'm jealous. That's me in a nutshell. I'm jealous. I'm a very jealous person. But anyways, today, let's see here. Let's see if we can find anybody. Find anybody.
There's Bob. Everybody knows Bob. But let's see Bob's friend, Mo. His name is Mo.
Next up on the list, David Brumnick with 9, so let's see if you can find David right here. David, of course.
Okay, well anyways, Mo's kind of a prick. He looks like a nice little white dog, but he's not. You know, leave it to the white dog to have some attitude when the black dog gets all the friends. Okay, anyways. Yeah, peace. I'm all out of shit to talk about. It's a wonderful day today. My dad just made a $6 promotion and is making a lot more money. Things are going to be a lot more comfortable around the house, and the stress levels are really going to go down pretty dramatically. I myself, I'm feeling good today. I had a good day. I worked on music a little bit, and really that's what really brightens my spirits sometimes when I'm having a hard time is working on music, because music will really take you out of the atmosphere. You know, it'll kind of bring you to another level and get you away from everything that bugs you. But I didn't have a lot of stress today to begin with, you know, and I kind of forgot that today was the big day for my dad. And he went and did a couple of tests, and he whooped its ass. My dad's a genius. I mean, he's a really brilliant man. He's really smart. He's really strong, and he hides it really well because he's not, you know, he's very humble. And, you know, no, he's past humble. If there was a word that could describe somebody who literally doesn't come off to be who they are almost entirely, you know, somebody who is successful and who is a great person, but you wouldn't know until somebody else told you. I mean, it's past humble. It's whatever the level past humble is. You know, and he's a great dad. You know, he's been there for me my whole life, as much as, you know, sometimes through my typical teenage angsty years, you know, I couldn't stomach it back then, you know, not seeing him. But now, you know, I'm blessed to have him here every day, and it's a big deal, you know. It's an incredible day, and it's going to be an incredible week, and I'm really happy about how everything came out. We're on day 70, you know. June 22nd, I think, is going to be the last day. So, you know, a couple of weeks ago I thought that day 100 was going to be in South Carolina. And I'm devastated that didn't happen. And I really did hope that you know, this would end with me being in South Carolina. You know, I mean, after that point, I really did kind of expect to look back on this and go, you know, that was Victorville, that was my old house, and you know, it didn't happen. So I guess some of these things happen for a reason, you know, and through some unexplainable, you know, power. Things that don't work out, and things that do. You know, and it's important. It's important to really relinquish any anxiety you have and accept the good things when they come. And this is a good thing. You know, my family's not really used to having good things happen. I mean, we've been dealing. I mean, we've been really fucked up for a while, and having good news come in is a good relief. You know, it's a good change of pace, and who knows? You know, I'm gonna work towards getting my leg braces, and then after that, I guess try to find work. Or try, you know, I can try to do like little things and create a daily routine that simulates work, but it doesn't really work, and then hopefully that'll be different, you know, maybe hopefully something will change. But I mean, you know, I'll be honest, I am nervous about the future, but you know, I'm comfortable now, and I think things are going to start to help and kind of build themselves out. So that's it for today. And I just, you know, I like to be able to commemorate that today was a good day. So I love my dad, I love my mom, and I'm happy for them. Stay classy. All right, good news and bad news. The good news is I'm all right. I've been okay. I've been missing for a couple of days because I've been just a little like super busy. So let's get to the bad news. I'm going to stop the project here. I guess the why would be because I'm actually too busy. And I fell off. I think we were at 60 or something like that. I'm going to check. Oh, no, we were at 70. Okay, so this would be like 75, right? But it's not, because I fell off, and I'm not gonna do the rest. The reason why is because it's actually turned out that the last 9 days have been so busy that I can't even take the 10 minutes to make the video and then the 10 minutes to put them on YouTube and get them to go up. I really can't do it, and I'm already journaling everything, so. Let's cover things that have changed. Since the beginning of the project, I've learned that I have anxiety problems. I learned that I have I've had small anxiety attacks in the last month that have become a little bit more severe, and I'm learning that that's a problem, and that's a really big problem. It's something I might try to work on. I learned that I have zero patience for strangers. I've had a couple of days where I've really kind of broken down and not been able to handle people around me. I've learned that my overall health is in really bad condition, and that my legs will eventually give out, and it's getting closer and closer. It's becoming more and more of a reality. I learned that sometimes the people closest to you aren't actually supporting you when they say that they are, and that they're not actually behind you when you try to move on. I learned that I've got little addictive problems and strange habits, and I've got some sort of weird form of Tourette's where I repeat things out loud after I've read them. I have... it's not, I don't want to say a problem with procrastinating, because it's not. I have an issue with trying to create schedules that are more beneficial to me than they really are anybody who's around me. So on top of that, I still don't have a job. And I probably won't have a job
I'll be going on a disability. And I'm not in college because I got denied financial assistance and I'm poor. So it's not going to happen. I'm saying more than Obama, and I guess it's because I'm freaking out. I wasn't ready for this, but I was ill prepared for the entire project, and I'm still not done with. I haven't gotten any work on the RPG done at all. So the last one of these videos that had anything to do with the RPG, which had to have been like the first week, that was the last time I've worked on it. Like legitimately, I've done a couple other like small things to it, but I've never legitimately worked hard on the game in a very long time. I'm very spiritually confused. If that makes sense. What I mean by that is I want to go on like a spirit journey so bad. You know, I want to go and learn about all of the religions. You know, I want to go into theological philosophy. I want to learn about all the different churches and why people believe what they believe. You know, my beliefs are very staunch. You know, and I'm comfortable with what I believe in, and that's technically I don't have a belief. But that doesn't mean that I don't miss a community like a church. You know, it doesn't mean that I don't miss people that you would meet at church. I don't miss that social aspect of going to church. I really do. And there is no, you know, atheist gathering association in Victorville or in existence. So it kind of drags me down. It's not that I'm going to start going to a church to meet people. I'm just saying, I love going to places where people gather. And I want to learn more about how churches work in different religions. And how their teachings work. You know, and their morals and things like that. And I just want to learn more. I want to learn more about religion. I mean, it doesn't get any more human than, you know, gathering around the one thing that humans all, you know, technically I guess somewhat have in common, which is that 90% of people will identify themselves with a religion. And that kind of, you know, it's the only thing that's more universal than that is numbers. You know, so I do want to dig around and ask questions, but for the most part, what the point of this video is I'm saying I'm going to stop the 100-day project at 75. We'll call this 75, which I actually think it's longer than that, but we'll call this 75. And I'm gonna freeze it because I can't get myself to make the videos at this point. It's taking a chunk out of the day that I don't have, but I'm super proud that I even got to this point. I'm already developing different, more productive habits. I'm already committing to things a lot better, and I've already gotten into, you know, making a process out of things. And taking more administrative action in places where it's needed. So it's all a bonus, you know. It all works out in its own mind. So I'm still gonna do videos. You know, I can't stop myself from making videos. I'm still gonna flip on the camera and bitch about things. That's what I do. You know, I do that the best. Complain. I want to do a podcast like nobody's business, and I have like one person who I want to do it with, somebody who can be here consistently. Just, you know, not, I don't know, I guess not recently, but I can probably get the person to work with me. Am I going to commit them to have to be there on every episode? No. I guess it would probably be me talking and then periodically having someone there. And then I might do like Skype calls with people, but I don't know. That's just something else I'm thinking about. Am I ever going to do Let's Plays or anything like that? No, I don't think so. You know, I had a project set up for Guild Wars 2, and I was going to monetize that project because I'm a dick, and I learned that I can't. You know, I did a test run with it, and it got content matched. and which means I wouldn't have got any money from it. So that's, I mean, yeah, I am gonna do it for money because it would have been huge, and it would have been something that I would have dedicated myself to do. But I wouldn't have started the project without the intention, because it would have been like, I guess what it means is if I was doing a Let's Play, right, I'm going to do that for fun. I'm going to record myself doing a Let's Play and call it a day. The amount of work and the amount of editing that would have to go into each one of these Guild Wars videos that I was planning on, fuck you, do it for free, right? It would have been an insane amount of work. It would have been, you know, hours out of my day to gather information, and I would have had to script the entire episode, and I would have had to edit it all together, and I would have had to do a consistent stream of footage. And I would have been playing the game just to make videos of it. And that's, I've already got experience. I can have fun in multiple different ways, you know what I mean? But if I'm going to upload and push out content, high caliber, highly edited content, I'm not doing that for free. I have the capability of professionally editing something into, you know, something nice, and I'm not going to do that for free. So, I'm not doing it, which is a downer. At the same time, like I said, I'm still going to do videos. I have a video, you know, in the tube that I just need to get to work on, but I'm not happy with how it's coming out. And who knows? So, that's it. To everybody who watched this whole video, thank you. As always, you're awesome. To everybody who has watched all of the videos, like Emroth has, thanks a lot for being there. You know, through the up and the down. Most of the down. Having somebody there for the down is really important. And to those of you who subscribed while I was doing this, you're crazy. I'm still going to do videos. Just not every day. But thanks for sticking it out. I'm still with you. And stay classy.